you call the morning news, you still get his voicemail. I think so.
You've reached a non-working number. To reach...
My mistake, he's dead. Well, it was working last week.
I know. Well,
because I was just sitting at home, and I thought, I wonder if his voicemail's still working at the Dallas Morning News. It's weird to call him.
Hear the voice.
Yeah. What were you going to say?
Last night when I was leaving the station, I said, oh, man, I missed the Andy Griffith thing. It started at 7.
I bet Brumley taped it.
That's what you said.
Oh.
That's what you said. I bet Brumley taped it.
Did you say you tried calling him?
I completely just phased out. I was driving home, and I thought, man, I hadn't talked to Brumley in a couple of days. And I just hit his number, and halfway to putting the phone to my ear, I realized what I was doing.
Yeah. All right. Have you talked to his wife?
No, I've called and left several messages. I hadn't had her call me back.
This could be the part where it sinks in. Everybody's gone. Is her mom still here?
No, everybody's gone.
Yeah. Well, she's by herself.
Yeah.
We should take her out.
Okay. What?
Nothing.
What?
We should just take her out. Get her mind off stuff.
Yes. Nice dinner.
Give her some love.
Stop it. Very disrespectful of the Brumley.
She kissed me on my neck.
So? You
what?
Just even the thought.
Doing it for Al.
No, you're not.
Didn't they save some of his semen?
Yeah, they have it on us. And in fact, the last conversation I had with her, she was talking about wait until everything was passed and see how she felt about
using it.
Yeah, doing that.
Mm-hmm. How long have they had that on ice?
I believe just this last time that when he had the tumor, about a year ago?
Right.
And they went in and they were talking about if he had to take chemo or radiation or something.
Okay,
to make sure.
Got to make sure it didn't mess up his sperm.
Yeah.
How do they do that? Obviously, they thaw it out. All the jokes aside, how do they insert it?
I would presume with a needle.
Okay.
Like a turkey baster thing, like they do artificial.
I don't know. I don't know how they do it.
I would just.
That's the first thing that comes to mind, but I seriously doubt that they're going to stick something like that in somebody's squid and go.
It's not a real turkey baster.
Well, I'm sure they peel the label off of it.
Yeah.
And thanks for that insightful medical information. It's not a real turkey baster.
Right. It's sanitized.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not like they just pulled it out of the turkey and stuck it in her. Oh, so that reminds me. Well, we should check on her. Should we go by the house?
Yeah, in fact, I'd planned on going by there tonight after work.
Okay. Yeah, let me know how she is.
I thought you said we were going to go by.
Eddie will go as our representative. Thank you. All right.
Visiting the widow much like you did Al.
Say it again?
I said visiting the widow much like you did Al.
How many times you go over to Al's house, smart ass?
Same time number you did.
No, I've been...
Once. After he was dead.
Did you go over there after he was dead?
No.
Then I'm one ahead of you.
Okay. So you win.
I had to stop and think what corner I was getting painted in before I kept going. All right, so you never went.
Went over the day we threw the toilet paper.
Okay. I've been over there twice.
Okay.
Hung out with the family. I'm sorry, you were too busy on that Sunday to come hang out.
I didn't keep promising Al I'd show up and
I don't make any difference you promise anything. How about have a little respect for the guy and go over to his house?
How dare you? How dare you?
I went.
You promised him time after time after time you'd go.
And I went.
After he was gone.
I don't believe I said a time frame.
Clearly you didn't.
And I think even at one point, he's the one that said, don't worry about it. I got all the time in the world. I took him at his word. I know he's a liar.
Al's clearly to blame.
See?
Thank you, Everett.
Did anybody see the Andy Griffith thing last night?
I missed the whole thing.
No, I didn't see it.
Did you, Eddie?
I got home after 10.
Damn. What about the Jessica Lynch thing?
I saw that. That was painful to watch.
I told you yesterday, even before I saw it, I'll bet it takes 90 minutes just because she speaks at a very slow pace.
I pulled 3 or 4 audio clips. There really wasn't much to here. It was just painful.
What's to say? You know what? I got captured. Bad things happened. I'm back. Government lied about what happened.
Took an hour and a half to say that.
That's pretty much it.
I mean, I watched.
How do you stretch that out for an hour and a half?
They dramatic music, slow motion pictures, and a lot of edits.
And just watching her talk, I can't imagine sending somebody over there. She's not grown up.
No.
Forget that she's 19. She's probably, if I had to look at her and just talking to her, getting an emotional read,
right.
I'd say she's about a 14, 15-year-old chick.
Oh, yeah.
And she's over there in a carrier, carrying a gun.
Yeah. Cut number 6 here if you want to play it. Is when she talks about her weapon jammed, the bullets and stuff.
Oh, I heard her say that. Bullets and stuff in the big brown thing. There's normally goes poofies. I didn't know poofies out of it. So I said to myself,
This is as they're entering the city. Her take.
Into which city?
Wherever she got captured, I don't even know the name of the city.
Crete, maybe.
Okay. All right. What cut did you say?
6.
All right. My gun jammed, and I'm thinking, WWGD.
What's that?
What would Gomer do?
You got to give Eddie some kind of lead in.
Why?
Because if you don't, look what happens.
I never know what's going to push him over.
But it's a lot better when he kind of sees it coming, It's like hitting him with a 2x4.
Just let it pass. If I had thought it was really funny, I'd have given it some build-up. That was just kind of a throwaway. We need to take, we've talked about this before, all the crap that we do where Eddie loses it. Just put all those together. Have an entire show, whether we're on vacation or whatever, just the best of Eddie.
Yeah.
Just every time that he loses it. That's gold.
It would be.
Just punchlines and laughing.
Yeah.
I'd sit home and listen to that all day.
Yeah. That'd be a show that even I'd listen to, and I'd listen to anything that we do.
Right.
Let me look at him and see if he's done.
All right.
One moment, please.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Well, once our convoy started getting inside, the actual inside of the city, that's when, there was people just everywhere. They were just,
Did they wave?
No.
Did they stare?
Yeah, they just kind of looked at us like, oh, yeah, you about to be in trouble,
How'd you find out your gun was jammed?
When we were told the lock and load, that's when my weapon jammed. All the bullets and stuff just jammed up inside.
I got it. Yeah. Military speak.
Yeah. Go down like...
What is this?
Just talking about it when she got captured. Everybody said she was shooting and going like Rambo, and that's Diane Sawyer asking her that question.
All right. And see, here's the thing with Eddie, is we don't really know what he's laughing at.
No, I think it's the Gomer. I think that pretty much did it.
Opened up my wallet, looked at my picture of Jim Neighbors, and prayed we'd be okay. Gomer said,
Did you go down like somebody said Rambo?
No. I went down praying to my knees. And then that's the last I remember.
A crash? A sound?
I didn't hear anything.
Blackness.
Yeah, it was just black, total blackness.
Yeah. Is there anything else?
About kind of number 8 is just about her rescue. The guys actually got to the hospital.
And then I thought, here it comes. They're about to kill me. It's about to happen. And then, the Americans...
Even though it was English,
it was just, I was preparing myself for the worst. And then once I saw, the guys come in, and I was like, okay, they don't look Iraqi. And I actually had
This is a 15-year-old girl. What the hell is she doing overseas?
I have no idea.
Trying to get a college education.
Why? I know, but don't we have some type of filtering process? I don't care if she's a clerk or whatever. She's got no business being over there. I don't care about equal rights. I don't care about women's whatever. At a certain point, reality's got to kick in and go, that's not the right thing to do. You don't send I know she's 18 or 19, but you don't send somebody that mentally young over there in harm's way. I got plenty of ex-girlfriends that deserve to be over there much more than this little girl.
Yes.
All right.
Maybe they'll rethink it after this. Maybe they'll say, yeah, you're right. She did not need to be there, clearly. All the bullets and stuff.
Yeah.
She ended up in there.
Right. What cut am I playing?
Oh, I'm sorry. Number 8. So the rescue.
Oh, okay.
She thought the guys coming in were actually Iraqis there to kill her.
Right. It was really Duke.
Yeah.
Who's the other guy?
Bo.
No.
Who is the stranger to TV land?
I don't know. Gomer. Stay with the thing. Gomer. Duke and some of the other boys.
It's Sergeant Carter.
Right. Not Bo and Duke. Good God. He'll be done in a minute. Saved. Here comes Uncle Jesse. Didn't even hear the car out front.
And then I thought, here it comes. They're about to kill me. It's about to happen. And then, the Americans...
Even though it was English,
it was just, I was preparing myself for the worst. And then once I saw, the guys come in, and I was like, okay.
Damn.
Iraqi. And I actually had to, see that it says U.S. Army on their uniform.
And what was the first thing he said to you, and what did you say to him?
She's like,
he said, we're American soldiers, we're here to take you home and stuff. And he's like, yeah, I'm an American soldier too. It was obviously a dumb thing to say, I'm an American soldier too, but it was the first thing that came out of my mind. One guy actually ripped off the American flag off his suit and handed it to me.
That's cool.
And I would not let go of his hand.
In fact, in the pictures where the original what?
Go ahead, what?
No, the original pictures, you see her actually holding that American flag in her hand, and that guy's hand in the early pictures that we put out.
That's good.
Yeah, it's cool.
I mean, it's a horrible thing. I can't imagine being my age and going through it. I don't know how somebody 19, I don't even know where you start emotionally. Mm-hmm. Bo.
Duke.
Okay. Follow the show. Hi, Ron.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
I was just wondering if you ever got your TV guide back from the Rumster.
No, I didn't. You get it?
I didn't see it the last time I was there.
I thought you stuck it in the couch.
I did, but somebody moved it. I'll look around tonight.
Yeah, see if you can find it.
What do you want
I put my name on it so you'd know when they start clearing the stuff out. What?
What do you want that back?
Cause it's Andy Griffith Show.
I know.
It's a replica. It's like 40 years old.
But you gave it as a gift.
But he won't be doing much reading.
I know. Quite aware. Okay.
And even if he would be,
yes,
he's probably done with it by now.
And would want us to have it back.
Yes. As would he want us to take Laura out and show her a good time.
Dinner.
And a good time.
What does that mean?
It means just take her out and get her mind off of what's going on.
Okay.
Hand her a few laughs. Don't be such a schmook.
I'm not being a schmook. You just got that look in your eye.
I got no look.
You had a look.
I feel now's the time when people die.
You're right.
And whoever's left to go through all the grief, everybody thinks you get them past the first couple of weeks, they're okay. It's when all that clears out and all the food's gone and all the cleaning up and all the little chores and duties and all the busy work that you had, once that's gone, you got time to sit in that couch, look at the empty house, and say, Al's not here.
Yeah. That's about where she is now. You're right.
So I'm just saying, now's the time to do something. We'll go over there and I'll get that TV guide back and we'll take her out.
All right.
Hand her a few laughs.
I'm in.
Always about you.
It's not about me.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, Russ, love your show.
Thank you.
Hey, man, that chick is lying. Because whenever you have a loaded weapon, granted, if she didn't even have a loaded weapon, if you're going to lock and load a weapon, you got 30-round or 20-round magazine in that weapon. You lock and load, you pull out extraction bolt back. That's going to lock and load a round. And if this
all right, slow down. What's he saying, Eddie? Slow it down for me.
What he's saying is the way that M16s are made, when you pull back to cock it, I'm trying to say.
When you pull what back?
The extractor bolt. When you pull back, it's got a little two-finger extraction bolt.
All right, so you pull it back and it shoots the shell into the chamber.
Yeah, just the shell, the clip is lined up with the chamber at that point.
Okay.
And then you let go, and it shoves a bullet into the chamber.
Got it. Why is that impossible to jam?
Well, if you're going to fire that weapon and you pull the trigger and you don't get no response, you eject that round, you lock and load another one. From what I understand from what that lady told me is that she fired the weapon and it jammed. That's theoretically impossible because it's got a forward extractor. It's got a jam button on there that you slam forward on it.
Hang on a second. What are you shaking your head about, Eddie?
Okay, she never said she fired the weapon, number one. Number two is it does have a forward assist, which is a little thing on the side of the gun that you slam that'll shove the bolt. If it will shove forward, it'll shove the bolt to close it.
Okay. And what would cause it to jam?
Sand. It just not keeping it clean. 90% of the time it's a dirty gun, and if they were out, and that's what they weren't soldiers trained out in the field to shoot people. They were clerks and such, and they were bringing up the rear. And so 90% of them probably didn't know how to fire their weapon other than when they're actually on the course. They didn't take care of it. Yeah. So,
Eddie may be right on that case, but I still find it hard to believe.
Well, why would she lie about saying it jammed? I'd just say, hey, I got off a few rounds, and that was it. There's no reason for her to lie to it. In fact, it would be to her benefit to say it didn't jam, and I actually nailed a few of them Sandy guys.
Dan Sawyer at one point said a lot of the weapons were jamming with these people because, as Eddie said, they don't fire them a lot. And also, cut number 5 is talking about the desert and how
thanks, Tom.
They were literally bogging down in these Humvees. They were averaging 2 miles an hour because they would go a few feet and dig into the sand. So obviously that's what happened. Dirty.
What cut?
It's cut number 5, just talking about how arduous the process was to get across the desert.
You'd get stuck. Like every few feet, just dig out another truck. And then, we'd keep going, dig out another truck.
Tires just
jamming. The sand was just sticking inside.
So.
And the other thing is, what's she weigh? Maybe 100 pounds?
Possibly.
How much use is she going to be in a situation like that? Just take out the fact that she doesn't need to be there or whatever. Just think of the reality of how much use are you going to get out of somebody that small and frail?
I don't have any idea why they were over there.
No, I guess they're just wanting to have some sort of parody. I mean, that's what you get. It turns a blind eye toward the realities of war and what you're putting someone that small and frail into.
What do you say?
Chicks shouldn't be there.
Thanks.
Yeah. Go ahead, take credit for it again.
I'm not taking credit for anything. I don't know what you said. I got parody and somebody got poked in the eye. Of course, that's always funny.
Yes.
And in pain lies parody.
Yes.
Or vice versa.
Was that a Mark Davisism? In
No.
pain lies parody.
Not a Mark Davis crap. Yes, Steve. Steve.
Yeah, I was just calling in response to what that guy called in and said. Man, I was a Desert Storm veteran also, and we had to clean guns 4 or 5 times a day because the sand would jam them constantly.
Yeah, and I would guess if you're bringing up the rear, you think that, imminent danger's gone and there's really no reason to keep doing it.
Exactly.
Or to do it at all.
Especially those guys took a wrong turn. They were in real bad conditions, and it made it 10 times worse.
Yeah, were they someplace they originally weren't supposed to be?
They were heading somewhere else and took a wrong turn by somebody's goof up, and that's how they ended up where they were at.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You bet, man. You guys have a good one.
Thank you. All right. We didn't actually start news, did we?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that. Oh, how'd the thing go with Tassos today?
It went.
Did he buy it?
I think he did. He says he didn't. He says, I knew all along.
I'll be able to listen to it and tell you if he knew all along or not, because his acting sucks.
Yeah, I agree.
When did you guys do it?
About 1:30 when he got back from Larry North, working out.
Really?
Yes.
And Gavin, what's the setup? I'll play the audio later. I won't know the setup.
Gavin brought him in, closed the door, and right away goes, what have I done? You're closing the door. Yeah, closing the door is never a good thing, and he go right into it.
Gavin. Was Gavin believable?
Gavin was pretty believable. He was for Gavin. He's not. You got two guys that really can't act very well.
Well, I know, but
he's
Tasso. That's why Tassos. This was imperative.
Tassos got
what?
I don't know how much you want to reveal. He got a little lippy
with Gavin.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Reminded me of somebody else that when he left the radio station and got lippy. You remember how Dan Lewis used to do it?
Yeah, when we left the Eagle.
It's like, I've been fired before. You just go okay and you get out with something intact, some self-esteem. I mean,
no, they think a lot of people, when they get fired.
You haven't even had to call him down and tell him to shut up once.
Told him to shut up.
He said, if anybody's going to raise their voice in this office, I don't want to tell too much of it, but it's going to be me.
Gavin?
Yes.
Gavin?
Yes. Because he was being lippy. It's like, you're getting fired.
Gavin?
Yes.
The doe-eyed blonde youth across the hall?
He said he enjoyed it.
Shazam.
Yeah.
Yes, Gary?
Yes, Russ.
Yes,
Russ.
Gary? Yes.
I need to tell you one important thing.
All right.
On November the 21st, you better write it down.
All
you
right.
better not forget my birthday.
That's your birthday?
You, JD, Eddie, Everett, all of y'all. Remember the next big thing's birthday.
We certainly will.
What, I will come to the station.
We'll get you a cake, and we'll get some candles on it.
I don't want no
and you can
cake.
pee on them. Go ahead. So he told Tassos just to shut up?
Yeah. Because Tassos raising his voice, and he said, you're not going to raise your voice to me. Anyway,
did Tassos say anything that would actually get him in trouble down the road?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's too bad.
Throw anybody under the bus.
Yeah, when we left the Eagle, I just left.
Yeah.
All the pounding I did on them, I did when I got over here. Turned in my resignation, had the 2 weeks notice written on it, said I'd be happy to work the 2 weeks if you want. I won't say anything about that I'm leaving. Mm-hmm. I'll just work the 2 weeks. My last day will be the last day. Nobody will know what happened. They said, no, that won't be necessary. I went, fine. I'm gone because I cleaned out my stuff last night.
Drunk.
Katie and I snuck in drunk.
Called me on the cell phone.
That was funny.
A couple of cat burglars.
Yeah.
We were.
Well, I still had a key to get in because I hadn't turned in my resignation. That was probably one of the greatest moments of just power.
Yeah.
Because I knew I was going to walk in the next day and take this company that had jacked me around ever since Tom Shore took it over, walk in, stick some paper in his face, and let him suffer for the next 2 or 3 years.
Which is exactly what's happened.
Exactly.
Hey.
I'd love...
What?
I'd love to live with that feeling in my heart all year long. That's one of the few moments that you just want to grab the emotion and just plant it in your chest and live with it forever.
Store it in a mason jar.
Yeah, just keep it right here. Nice and warmies.
Yes.
Knowing that they were absolutely effed and there's nothing they could do about it. Like when I handed Greg my resignation, he goes, well, is there anything that we can do to fix this? Nope. I've already signed my letter of intent. I'll be seeing you. But I'll work 2 weeks if you need me. So he goes talks to Tom Shore, the GM at the time. Jackass just says, no, get him out of here. Doesn't come out, doesn't say thank you, not an effing word.
Didn't you say that your voicemail disconnected by the time you got to the car?
By the time I got to the car, I was going to go ahead and retrieve all the messages and get anything that I needed. That was dead by the time I got home. My name, picture, email, link was off the KEGO website. It was all gone. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's not like I got on the air the last day over there. It was March 15th of 2000. Mm-hmm. And said, hey, I'm leaving this crap hole. April 1st, I'm going over to 105.3. And I could have done that. And I could have done it plenty of times before they could have gotten there and shut me off or yanked the studio transmitter link.
Right.
Or I could have built it up. There's 800 ways I could have screwed them around. I could have said, you know what? 8:50 this morning, something big's coming up. You find everybody that you know, 8:50. You miss this, you're going to be pissed off. and push it all morning.
They could have.
And then at 8:50 go, hey, I'm leaving here.
Well, you got them the best way you could. You left.
Yeah, but it took people a while to figure out where we went.
Yeah, but that's all water under the bridge. Everybody knows now.
Yeah. So I leave. Dan stays for another week, maybe at the most.
Yeah, they tried to keep him on to have some semblance of the old show, I guess.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, and they were going to pump him for information. Sure. So Dan says, I'll stay another week. I need the money. I can't take off for 2 weeks. I'll stay for another week. I'll get all our stuff. I had a chance to get all our tapes, find out what's going on in the building. So they take Dan in an office, along with Rich Barra, who was on the show at the time. Weasel. Weasel.
No.
Excuse me. Where was I?
They take him in the office. Dan Lewis.
Oh, that's right. Weasel. Excuse me.
That's exactly where you were.
Quit saying that word.
Chris Ryan was doing middays. Rich Barra, the weasel that was on the show.
Right.
I'm out. And you guys may want to spray.
Is it bad? I got some spray here.
All right. Tom sure goes, it's best that Russ left. He wasn't really doing anything for the station. Rich Barra jumps on the bandwagon and goes, right, he wasn't. Now, Chris Ryan, anybody in this market, if I want to do mornings with anybody in this market, he's the man. By the way, it's a double snap if you couldn't tell. Absolutely just sold me out, every single one of them. Not Dan. Dan was there just to listen.
Mm-hmm.
Then I forgot. Oh, something happened. I think Dan decided he wasn't going to be able to stay a week. This is just horse crap. I can't tolerate these guys, even for the cash. So as he's leaving, he decides to tell the program director exactly what he thinks of that trash.
Yes.
Or the dump. I went, Dan, they don't care. They couldn't care less. You're leaving.
They want you out the door.
I am a bull. This is my china shop.
Yes. I will now run around amok. They didn't think anything of you, or you would have had a great big long contract. They don't care.
That's even funnier for Tassos, because Tassos not leaving. He's getting fired, and he's going to mouth off.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to hear the tape.
Yeah.
We got a break? Yeah. Where's the audio? I want to hear just the beginning of it. All right. I know that Tassos can't act, because when we were doing the Halloween play, that was one reason I ditched it, because we taped it. His acting was hard, and there was no way to get around it. So you'll be able to tell whether or not he was buying it. You say it sounds real.
Yeah, I think he bought it. Gavin's got a couple of cheesy lines, but
what'd you tape this with?
The video camera. Stereo mics.
Anytime the door closes, it's not a good sign. What do I do? Not a good sign. Don't scare me.
Oh. What did he say about a camera?
Don't scare me.
Oh. I thought he said, what's a camera? All right.
Well, anytime a PD comes in, a man's got to do what a man's got to do.
Oh, all right, write this crap out for Gavin ahead of time.
So that's about the only bad line he threw in. But it was so early, if Tassos could figure it out, that would be the only thing. But who knows? He's never been fired by him before, so maybe it would be.
This could be the first. Yeah, this could be the first time he got fired altogether. Yeah. Do you know, Dan? Tassos ever been crapped by anybody?
Just laid off. I'm not sure about fired.
Okay. By the way, when we actually do play this, somebody take it and bump up the audio. It's very low. I wouldn't even have a fit about it because I'm in a good mood.
Okay.
Any other day, chompies.
Okay.
There are a couple things that I want to take care of. I gotta be honest with you, I'm a little surprised because when I came in here, I thought you and I had a really good thing going.
Well, I thought so too. I didn't know we didn't have a good thing going.
Let's talk about work ethic.
Yeah.
A little nervous laugh there.
Yeah. I'm kind of excited. I want to hear it now.
Well,
it's too early.
We'll go bump the audio up.
Yeah, the audio needs to go.
When they start raising their voice in them, that won't be a problem. But right now, everybody's still calm.
Because I've gone into the back office since you used to be with Dan, and now you're in the back office, and I've basically been seeing you, working on the computer, looking at internet, doing emails.
Right.
Quite frankly, I was a little upset the other day because it seemed like you were in the middle of an interview with a massage therapist, and it was almost like you were doing your own show with the massage therapist before she even went on Russ's.
You gotta be kidding, right?
No. That's how I felt. I was like...
What is he talking about?
I guess he was back there.
Was Tassos really doing something?
Well, clearly.
This tape could take a whole new meaning.
Yes.
What was Tassos doing? You don't know? As producer, you don't know?
I was in here.
Possibly pre-interview.
Pussy.
Possibly pre-interviewing the chick. But
nobody pre-interviews. Nobody does anything around here. They open that door, they push them in, they let them wander around and hear like a cat in a thing where cats go.
Stan. I know.
Can't walk them up to the counter. Say, here are your headphones. Here's the mic. Talking to this. They just push them in the door and they go on.
I know.
Well, I was like, what the hell's going on here?
No, we had a guest in there, and I didn't want to just have my back turned to her and just kind of be rude. I thought that was it.
But I just felt like you were doing your own show.
Oh, no, that wasn't the case.
How long before he fires you?
Well, this goes on about, how long is it, Eddie? It's like...
It's almost 9 minutes altogether.
9 minutes.
Well, how long before he actually says you're fired?
About 8 minutes into it.
Oh.
He talks about, problems he's seen around the station, work ethic, and then they get loud, and then they get mouthy, and then he tells them to shut up, and he finally gets around and goes, well, I don't have a choice. But
do I want to know what happens when he fires you? Is it going to blow it?
No, yeah.
All right.
Let me not tell you.
Okay. Is it good?
I like the part where they get mouthy, and he tells them to shut up, basically.
How bad do we need to break? All right. Fill the people on hold. Continue. All right. We'll be back.
The Russ Martin Show. The 2003 Russ Martin Show police, fire, and military parade posters and DVDs are on sale now at russmartin.com.
Okay. What?
That's your comment off the air. Just about.
I don't repeat that one. That one's really stupid.
It's not. It's funny.
It absolutely is.
Okay.
Nobody else is going to get that vibe. Only we get that because we're locked up in this room for 4 hours. All the blinds are closed. The door's locked. Nobody can get in. Nobody gets out. We're in here for 4 hours. Don't even. Don't. I was about to say it, and I could hear it in my head.
All right. That sounds good. It's a metaphor.
Yeah, it's an interesting description of the show.
Yeah.
But don't.
Okay.
All right. I don't know what this guy means or wants. Yeah, Robert?
You said that everything disappeared, your voicemail, your picture on the website.
Oh, at the Eagle, yeah.
All that.
Yeah.
Everything except your name on the ratings rundown where they were still getting credit for part of it.
Yeah, I forgot about that. With Arbitron, they have, it's called a station profile.
Right.
That they list. I can't say a whole lot about it, but...
Can I?
No.
Okay.
Each station will just list who works there.
Right.
So if somebody says, hey, I listen to Russ Martin, and they don't put down any call letters, then all the stations that list that I work for them are going to get credit for whoever says, hey, I listen to Russ Martin.
Right.
So, yeah, they left that on there, and they're going, well, that was an accident. Something that important, you don't let to go as an accident.
That was the most pissed I had ever heard Bob McNeil on the air.
Yeah, and Bob McNeil found out by accident by surfing the web and came across the Eagles profile of the station. Still had me on there, Dan Lewis, Jonathan Dodge. That's all that really mattered.
Yeah.
Oh, and of course I didn't get my ratings bonus.
Mm-hmm.
But it just amazed me that everything disappeared except the important thing.
Right.
Right.
And of all the things, that would have been the first that I would have gone to, because something like that, that's just when your entire revenue for the entire year is based on that information, you don't jack around with it. If you're saying we forgot, that means either you're an idiot or a liar.
Well, there's no way that's an oversight because they were going through the litany of places you could have possibly been listed for them to have removed you so quickly.
Right.
And he's in what market now?
Tom Shore, I think, is in Nashville.
Right.
I don't even know if he still has a house here. Hey.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh.
Thanks, Robert.
Yeah.
I know what you're thinking.
I do, too.
Well, let's get him.
Okay. It's been a while.
Yeah, we hadn't rolled anybody in a while. I'm in a mood.
Okay. And it may rain tomorrow. Better.
You want to go tonight?
Yeah.
Can we?
Yeah, I get to see the door of it.
Oh, well, you can go afterwards. You're going to have to pull up the... One moment, listeners. We have to have a little conference here. Entertain yourself as best you can. We have to... Okay, stop.
Giving them notice?
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right. Let's do news here.
Okay.
Did you run legal ID? 357 at KLLI, Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. J.D. Ryan's on Live 105.3.
Thank you, Russ. It's brought to us by Bank of America and by Miller Lite.
Brought to you by Bank of America. Higher standards. This hour of the Russ Martin Show is brought to you in part by Miller Lite.
And by Condoms to Go. Eddie will be there tomorrow from 11 till 1 o'clock in Greenville Avenue and Lovers Lane in Dallas. Lunch provided by Cafe Nordstrom on Greenville. Come on by. Wednesday, November the 12th, 2003. Tanya Harding turns 33 today. Sammy Sosa is 35. And David Schwimmer from Friends, 37. Neil Young is going to be 58 today. Al Michaels, 59. Judge Mills Lane, 67. And Charles Manson is 69. Shotgun-wielding man, 8-hour standoff with Dallas police that left 4 officers shot. What are you looking at?
You say Shotgun Willie?
No, shotgun.
No, he said Shotgun Willie Man.
Shotgun-wielding man's 8-hour standoff with Dallas police left 4 officers shot and possibly one other victim dead. Ended around noon today after officers were seen carrying a little girl to a police command post. The little girl wearing a baseball cap was reportedly the last hostage held by the man. One man was removed on a stretcher and placed in the ambulance. Officers say the suspect was inside the Meadow Park Apartments in Duncanville Road and had been since about 3:30 in the morning.
Was he in his underwear?
I don't know.
All right.
Why?
Shotgun Willie.
Well, police were summoned to the complex following reported gunfire. Police surrounded the apartments after the man reportedly shot 3 officers who freed 4 children and possibly shot at least 1 other man. 3 officers were shot as they tried to enter the room of the apartment where the guy was holed up. The officers were taken to Methodist Hospital where they are listed in good condition. The man's relationship with the hostage was unclear. Thought it could be father of one of the kids.
Or was a 4th officer shot at one point? But they're all okay.
Yeah, they're all okay. Judge has...
Shotgun Willie's dead, though, right?
I don't know. I guess he is.
Rock on, Chong Daddy.
What do you mean you don't know? How old is that story? Give me that good. Give it to me.
Hang on.
You mean you don't know? 7:37 a.m. Posted, updated, 12:18 p.m. An officer shot during this. One man. I wasn't listening to you. Did you say that the suspect was dead?
I'll find out here momentarily.
He's dead.
Okay.
Everybody in there was dead except for the kids. Don't you update anything?
I do.
Obviously you don't. If I know more than you do, then you don't. Huh?
Yeah.
You got me on that.
12:18. Officers are taking Methodist. Time, motive. So goes to the body of the man in the apartment. He at least 2 other men were either wounded or dead inside. You didn't even highlight the whole story. You stopped before you got to the part where they were dead.
They're dead. His name was Francisco Fuentes, by the way, the dead guy.
That's Shotgun Willie?
Shotgun Willie. Francisco Fuentes.
AKA.
Yeah. There's your story back. Fine job at highlighting it.
A judge today said neither Rosie O'Donnell nor the publisher of her former magazine deserve damages in their dispute over its demise. Minutes after both sides rested in the case, State Supreme Court Justice...
They should get money just for having to use her name.
Issued his surprising comments concluding the 2-week trial. Both parties invested money. The magazine lost money, and then it folded. There's no evidence that the magazine would have made any money at all. And Rosie went on to say, I have no vengeance toward the company. I'm simply happy the fact that it's finally over. She thanked the judge and vowed to never discuss the company again.
Good.
Let's see. Christian.
She's just disgusting to look at.
I know. She got fatter.
She gets out of the limo or whatever, smacking gum. Looks like she's wearing sweats. Fat, ugly, disgusting. And they had to put her on the cover of their magazine. They really should have gotten some money. They should.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Christian Slater's wife, Ryan Slater Haddon, was arrested for battery and domestic violence yesterday after a dispute at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Vegas. Ryan threw a drinking glass at Christian, which opened up a gash on his head that either required 20 stitches or 9, depending on who you talk to. His reps just say it was 9. This morning, the New York Post said Ryan was furious because Christian had left for a strip club without her. She literally went to every strip club in Vegas until she found him, and then they went back to the room and headed out. Christian Slater is insisting that his bleeding head wound resulted from a misunderstanding. He claims his wife went to throw a glass of water at his face as a joke. Obviously, the joke went bad because he basically got a gash behind his left ear instead of just a wet face. He went down to the front desk to get some help for his gash. That's when they called the cops and she was arrested.
He went downstairs to get help for her?
Yeah, for the wound.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Ryan was released on her own recognizance with outposting...
That's not even close.
Recognizance. A preliminary hearing will go down within 6 to 8 weeks.
Say Shotgun Willie.
Shotgun Willie. He wasn't there. He's in Dallas.
I got it.
Francisco Fuentes. 45-year-old woman from Milwaukee. He's ugly, too.
But Francisco?
He's dead, too. 45-year-old woman from Milwaukee no longer has her left leg, and she's blaming Dr. Phil.
I would.
Lori... Why? Lori Bembenek of
part of his weight loss program.
Milwaukee was scheduled to be a guest on the Dr. Phil show, but she got tired of being in an apartment waiting for an appearance. She tried to escape through a window and fell from the second floor, fracturing several bones and requiring the leg to be amputated. The reason Lori was on Dr. Phil was so she could get the results of a DNA test she took to try to prove she didn't murder her husband's ex-wife.
Why would they not let her out of the room?
They were just holding her there until... You know, producers do. They kind of manipulate and lie. And they probably told her, hey, you're only going to be in there 20, 30 minutes, and it was several hours later. Plus, she's a nut. She was convicted of the murder back in 1982, served 8 years in jail, broke out and escaped to Canada. And before she'd come back into the country, she made prosecutors agree to let her prove her innocence. The results were going to be revealed by Dr. Phil because his show paid for the DNA tests. Lori's lawsuit against the show claims producers imprisoned her in the apartment and acted recklessly, carelessly, in a gross, unethical manner. She's also claiming negligence and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Paramount Pictures is not saying anything.
Not a chance I would ever do another TV talk show again.
Talk show, yeah.
After the whole Jenny Jones thing, flying to Chicago, having them. I didn't want to go to begin with. I was on the phone with one of the producers. I remember sitting in the office, and she says, I have never had this
much trouble
trying to convince somebody to come on this show. Like, well, we're not syndicated, so anything outside of this market's not going to do us any good. Their ratings suck here. Why were we on there?
I don't remember why we did it.
Oh, it was the DJ vote of some type on the internet. You guys voted the best DJ on some website in the best DJ in the country.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. I knew what it was. I just wanted somebody else to say it so I didn't look egotistical.
And I knew you sitting in the airplane on the DFW.
I didn't.
Almost got up.
I know.
He was this close to getting up. And literally, as he stood up, the plane door closed. I went, you can't get off now. He was like, what, you watch me? I went, go ahead. See what happens.
Yeah. And you know what else? They could have told us before that effing door closed that we were going to have to sit on the tarmac. They did it after they closed the door because they knew we wouldn't get up.
You're right. You're absolutely correct.
As soon as that door closed, it wasn't 35 seconds later, Captain came on and said weather-related, it was because Chicago, there was snow.
Snowed in.
So all air traffic was backed up.
So you're just stuck.
Yeah, then they back out from the gate because now they want to use the gate for other airplanes. I knew. We taxied out to the way out in the end of the airport and shut the engines off and went, we're going to be here hours. because they're trying to save fuel. If it was a 20-minute delay, they wouldn't shut the engines off.
Oh, God. What a nightmare.
I actually started getting claustrophobic.
I know.
I didn't want to be there. What kind of thing would happen? Would I go to jail if I went, all right, I've had it. I don't want to sit here. I want off this plane, and I want off it now.
Probably not. You wouldn't go to jail. They'd give an incident report, and they'd follow up, and if you were justified, then they got to go down. They got to get your bags.
What do you mean justified? If I want off something, I want off something. You can't detain me.
It's unlawful restraint.
Once you're.
Well, Everett's right. If I want off, I don't care whose property I'm on. If I want off something, I want off of it. I don't care what your rules and regulations are.
You could probably get off, and the feds would come out and interview you, and they wouldn't arrest you, I don't believe. They just have an incident report.
Yeah, there may be a law that you're breaking, but I can't imagine what it would be.
As long as you weren't combative with the flight crew. You just said, I just want off. I want off now.
Right. You guys probably knew this information before you closed that door. You closed it and then told us, I'd like off. I'm not going to sit on this runway for 2 or 3 hours.
You probably could have. Well, at that point, we didn't know we were going to sit there for 2 or 3 hours either.
I told you before they closed that door, I don't want to go. Something's going to happen.
I know.
Every time I've said that, something bad's happened.
No, that time going to L.A., nothing bad happened.
When we went to the wake of that DC-10 and our plane dropped like 100 feet in a half second.
Well, nobody got hurt.
I didn't want to get on that plane either.
I know, but nothing bad happened. We just hit some weight.
Did you enjoy it?
I didn't enjoy that part, but the rest of the trip was great. You're right on that one. The Jenny Jones.
I'll never go again. For any reason. We get to Chicago, and they lied to us. They said, all right, we'll get you in. You'll be the first on the segment. We'll get you off. We'll get the limo guy to take you immediately to the airport. We'll get you back so you can get on a plane and be back for because we were doing mornings at the time. We'll get you back for your morning show. Every piece of it was a lie. Mm-hmm. They had us sitting on stage the whole time, all the way through the end of the broadcast, through the end of the taping. Then they want to take a group picture with all of us and all the other DJs.
Right.
And while they're getting everything together, we snuck out the back, went downstairs, grabbed the limo driver, and went, all right, we got to go. We're leaving now. Because, well, I have to wait for everyone else. No, they said you got to take us now, otherwise we're going to be late. Here's $50. Let's book. That's what he said.
Driving snowstorm. The high temperature that day, 2.
Oh, my God.
It was a mess.
I was walking through Chicago. We were waiting to go on the show, and I was just walking around looking. I've never felt any type of cold like that before. I don't know why you would live in that mess.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Right. I would have to walk, like if I was on the sidewalk, I'd have to walk into a shop, whether I wanted to go in there or not, every 20 feet just to keep from freezing.
That was frightening cold.
It really is. I went to Montreal once. They had an underground city. I mean, you go somewhere and they have an underground city. That tells you something. It's not habitable above ground most of the year. Can't imagine living somewhere like that.
Was that on the hot?
It's Janet St. James from Channel 8.
Yes, what is it, Sweetie Pants?
Hey there. You said I had carte blanche to call any time, so I'm calling in.
Oh, that's right. We're still in sweeps.
Yes, of course. Well, I've been calling every day just to see if I could get on the air, even when I didn't have stories airing, but this is the only day that you've actually accepted my call.
Hold on a second. Has she called other days? You ain't been calling. Where are you now? You at work?
Yeah, I'm at work. I'm preparing my special assignment for tonight's 10 o'clock newscast.
And what will it be?
We're going to talk about a new breakthrough in weight loss surgery.
Is this like stapling or anything?
Yeah, the stapling is part of it. Gastric bypass is only part of it, but it's really dangerous.
The gastric bypass?
Yeah, gastric bypass is dangerous. Now, being overweight is dangerous, but gastric bypass surgery itself is pretty dangerous as well.
Well, I guess you have to get to a certain point and weigh the options. What's going to be more life-threatening, me being a big fat ass or having the surgery done?
Absolutely. But this is a new breakthrough that makes it actually safer for patients.
So now you're too lazy to actually come in? You just make your little phone call and plug your little piece and go on?
I would be glad to come in anytime, but you have to you have to invite me. Sometimes. I called in to say, could I come in? And, I got the runaround, and so I'm calling in to see if I could stop by.
What do you have on today?
Oh, please.
I'm just asking.
Does it make any difference? Can't you just love me for who I am?
Yes. And bring an older intern this time. Oh, and bring Alexa. Or, who's the other one I got the hots for now? Cynthia Vega. Either one.
Yeah, I'll ask around. I'll see if they're here.
That means no.
Well, we don't know that. Do you know anything about Cynthia Vega?
Yes.
Is she married?
No.
Ooh. I saw her today. She was covering the thing going on off Duncanville Road, the hostage thing.
Right. Yeah.
And she's wearing a sleeveless sweater. Looks like she works out.
Yeah.
She does.
She's
a swimmer.
Bring her up. I'm done with Alexa.
You are so fickle, aren't you?
I am not. Bring Cynthia Vega. I don't even like Alexa anymore. Yummies. Bring her.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, well, yeah. I'm sure. Oh, wait, hold on. Cynthia, are you? Nope, Cynthia's gone. Sorry.
Well, then I guess you won't be getting into it.
Oh, well.
We'll see if Alexa's around.
I'll check.
Bring somebody.
Bring somebody?
Who else is hot
when
up
I
there?
was there last week, I was told that you didn't usually allow people in the studio.
No, I normally don't.
But now you're asking me to bring somebody along?
I like you.
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you. I like you, too. You're a good guy.
Didn't we have a bet on whether she was going to come back or not?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, how much did we throw down?
I can't remember.
But all you guys said she wasn't going to come back, and I said she would.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, I think you win that one.
All right.
Well, that's because it was a pretty dicey time for me there.
Why? It was a lovely time. You enjoyed being around us.
It was both.
Scott's hands exploding. That was the highlight.
Yeah. And she laughed.
Yes, she did.
Anybody say anything to you there at Channel 8 after your last visit?
Yeah. None of my bosses did.
I just saw a promo for you running Channel 8. What did other people say? You get any grief?
No, I didn't get much grief. Huh. I didn't get much grief, but a few things were said to me that might have been, they wondered if I thought it was inappropriate. But the whole show, your show, is
inappropriate.
You have to take it in the right sense of humor, right?
Yes. You come in expecting the worst, and everybody walks away feeling cheated.
Not at all.
All right. Well, swing on by. Bring somebody with you.
I'll do my best. Will we be talking about my story this evening as well?
If we must.
Okay.
All right.
All right. See you later.
Wear something revealing.
Yeah.
All right. I love her eyes.
I know.
I'd like to make them burn.
No.
All right. Where were we?
We're going to wrap up news, or
I don't know. Where were we?
We were still doing news. We were in the middle.
What were we in the middle of?
We were changing stories.
Okay. Right. What was the previous story?
It was about the guy in the apartment complex in Dallas. And then we were going on to Robert Blake, currently under house arrest.
Hang on. How are we doing, Eddie? All right, go ahead and do that one.
Okay, Robert Blake, currently under house arrest for the murder of his wife, Bonnie Bakley, and it was interviewed recently for tonight's edition of 48 Hours Investigates. That will be on CBS. And Blake's comments are, just a few of them they've released. I've always believed that it ain't the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. And let's see how much fight is left in this little busted up old dog.
Who said this?
This is Robert Blake.
All right.
We also learned that Blake is
currently... And that's the name of that tune.
Yeah.
That was his other thing?
Yeah.
All right.
Currently living in a Malibu condo owned by Casey Kasem and his wife, Jeannie. As it turns out, Jeannie actually asked her mother to move out so Blake could move in. Casey and Jeannie obviously believe Blake is innocent. Casey says he's a very warm, sincere human being. I believe the man I know wouldn't commit murder.
Right. He's a sweet old guy with a murder conviction looming over his head.
Other than that,
I like how it's Casey Kasem saying he's sincere. The guy that talks like this. I mean, that doesn't sound very genuine.
Shut up, Everett.
The way he talks.
No, really.
No, really. Carry on with your fabulous show.
Quit it.
We'll wrap it up. There's news and information. I'm Jay.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Yeah, Joe?
Russ, you need to check out Rebecca Flores on CBS 11. She does traffic in the morning. This girl is sweet looking.
I don't think I've seen her. What's she look like?
I don't know if she's tall or short because you can't tell. She's got long brown hair, dark brown hair.
Somebody's got a new weather chick with brunette hair.
No, she was doing the traffic the last 2 mornings.
That's kind of hot, too.
Weather, but boy, she's a good-looking girl.
All right. Call Channel 11 and get her, too. Thank you. I'm just going to go through every channel until I get something.
You're not going to get anything.
I might.
None of these TV chicks are going to go out with you.
They might.
They won't.
And here's the thing about it. You're saying it's not good to be seen with me in public. Not everybody knows what we look like. Not everybody goes to the website. Not everybody watched our TV show when we were on the air.
When was the last time you went anywhere that you weren't recognized by at least someone?
So?
That's all I'm saying. Yes, they do.
Well, it's not like somebody that's...
You had 40,000
We can go plenty of places, and people don't know who we are. They'll know if we tell them, but we don't walk around with satin jackets with the call letters on the back and our name on the front.
You don't need to.
I realize that, but I'm not you, and I don't go anywhere that I'm not recognized. Everett rarely goes out that he's not recognized. So I can only imagine.
You get recognized at the courthouse?
Every day.
So you're saying that's going to be the damning thing, that they can't be seen with me in public because people are going to know who I am and who they are.
Just because they have journalistic credibility they have to maintain. And if they're
while going out with me, why would that impede their pursuit of journalistic excellence?
Because you're inappropriate. That's marvelous.
Thank you. I'm inappropriate for what?
Well, you heard her. She didn't want to cop to it, but she caught grief. Yeah. Clearly, when she went back, people asking her.
Well, she may catch grief just by being on the show. That doesn't say, I'm sure nobody told her, hey, don't hang out with him off the air. Don't socialize with him.
Well, I think
you may want to be on the show just because some of the content that comes up and because we're in television, especially BLO, especially Channel 8.
Family
that's
first.
That's like the pinnacle of broadcasting in North Texas. That's what I grew up with. Yep. That's all my parents watched when I was a kid. Bob Hogan, Bob Gooding, Ken Rainey, the weather guy. Yeah. Troy Duncan's been there for like 30 years. Where's I going with this?
You think news chicks will hang out
can
with
get
you?
me some TV pud. How?
You just made my case. Stop right there.
I don't want no pud.
You just made my case.
I mean poon. I could get some pud.
Yeah, you could.
I bet I could.
Don't.
Yes, I could.
Don't.
I bet I could.
No.
Forsake the pud.
Let it go.
No, I want some pud.
No.
Scott Chesner.
No.
Yes.
Let it go.
Grab me by those ears.
Stop. What's wrong with you? Quit.
Plus, I want to see if one of them's fake.
It's not fake.
His ears?
Yeah, somebody called and said one of his ears was fake.
Quit it.
It was like a clip-on. Is it?
No. It's not. No, I've seen him many, many times.
You grab his ears?
No.
Well, then you don't know if it's a clip-on.
I would know.
You wouldn't know.
No.
Which one is it?
It doesn't matter. Neither.
Do you know?
I don't know. I haven't grabbed him.
Oh. Please.
Yeah. I've seen him in blue jeans.
He likes you. Yeah.
I like him too.
Okay, let's let it go.
I want me some Chesner Pud. If I can't have some TV women.
He'd be more likely to hang out with you.
Trying to think who else haven't. We done anybody at Channel 4? Somebody over there I really like.
Jeff Crilly's cool.
No.
Heather
I like
Hayes.
his lips. Ooh, Heather Hayes. She's married though.
Yeah.
Or no, she's with a guy that won't marry her.
Yes.
But she's into those Sapango places.
Yep. Most of them are. That's where you see and be seen. You know, that's kind of a cool thing to do when you're a news anchor.
Yeah. Yeah, these chicks are going to want to go out.
I can go out.
You can, but you won't.
Yes, I can. And I might.
Home Depot doesn't count.
No.
Albertsons doesn't count. It's like restaurants, clubs.
I've been to restaurants and clubs. I go out from time to time. I certainly don't mind moving around in upper circles.
Just you even saying that sounds odd.
What?
Going around in upper circles?
Sir,
I'll be painting the town red, I will. I'm Russ Martin.
You don't go out, and whoever's with you is going to want to, especially if they're new.
If I got somebody that I want to hang out with, I don't mind going places with them. Okay. It's the chicks I don't care about that I make them come to me, and I bang them in my house, and I discard them.
Mm-hmm. Like the optometrist? She show up last night?
Oh, that's right. I forgot to tell you about that.
Yes. Did she?
What?
Did she show up last night? We have money on it.
What was the bet?
I said she would not show up if she has any self-respect, and you and Eddie both said she would.
Did you say she would?
Yes.
Did O'Malley throw down on that one?
Yes. He said she would.
She wouldn't? All right, so Eddie and I say yes. You and O'Malley said no.
Correct.
Who's the optometrist chick?
Oh, well, let me see if I still got her picture. Is it still in here?
It's folded in half.
I think maybe I threw it away. This chick is hot.
Where did you meet her? What's the story?
She called in. I was talking about my eye twitch. She's an optometrist in Greenville.
I see.
Sent in some pictures. I don't even know how we got the pictures. All I know is I came in and they were laying here on the counter.
Yeah, she's model hot. Hot.
Really?
Yes.
Great job. No kids, doesn't want them. Early 30s. Great body.
Professional.
Likes animals. Perfect.
Ideal.
Yeah.
Had one date with her.
Yeah?
Guess what's wrong with her, Everett?
She's too loud.
She talks too loud.
She does.
She's too loud.
Yeah.
Well, like, how loud?
Well, not so loud. She's loud.
I mean, is it deafening?
No.
Was it quieter last night?
What?
Was it quieter last night when you saw her? I feel sorry for her if she showed up last night after what you said on the air. Show up. He calls her at 6:30 in the evening, or has O'Malley call her ever for a date. You just keep that if you want. Anyway, calls her up. She's busy working out.
This is Russ Martin. To all that surrounds him. Now, 214-787-1053.
Hi, Gail.
Yeah. There you are.
Hello.
Hi.
What do you got?
Racetrack, KTXA TV, and Tylock.
All right, your out cue is something.
Racetrack, where the gasoline is 100% guaranteed. They're so confident in the quality of their gasoline that if their gas ever causes a problem with your car, verify it with a certified mechanic and they'll pay for the repairs. Racetrack gasoline is always 100% guaranteed. Tonight at 9 on CBS 11, a 48 hours exclusive. Actor Robert Blake. Then at 10, a CBS 11 News exclusive. General Tommy Franks. It's all coming up tonight on CBS 11. Coverage you can count on. It's not LASIK, it's Intra-LASIK. Come and discover the Tylock Advantage this Tuesday evening at our free Intra-LASIK seminar at the Tylock Eye Care and Laser Center. Call 972-258-6400 to attend.
Well, they just cleared up an accident in the High Five construction area. This is also brought to you by Allstate. Contact Allstate today for your auto insurance needs. Just call 1-800-ALLSTATE. See your local Allstate agent or visit allstate.com. You're in good hands with Allstate. So although the wreck is gone from southbound Central at 635, the backup remains beyond Beltline in Richardson. On northbound 35 Simmons at Royal, an 18-wheeler broke down. It's been there for a long time. The two right lanes are blocked. You got to back up to Empire Central, Loop 12 backed up to 114. Heading into the Pleasant Grove area, eastbound 175 CF Hahn at Bear, there's a crash. And westbound North Loop 820 before Holiday Lane, a wreck blocking the two left lanes. Drive into Sonic, where you can put chili on anything like Sonic's extra long cheese coney. Get one now with large tater tots for $2.99. It's not just good, it's Sonic good. I'm Gail Lightfoot on the Alternative Talk Station 105.3.
No reason for that. Thank you, Gail. Go ahead.
All right, 45 for the low tonight. It's been a cold front coming in. Maybe some showers later this evening. Only 58 tomorrow compared to 71 we have now at Live 105.3. I don't think telling her jump and run or it's over on the second day is appropriate.
I think it is. Because she knows going into the relationship that
you're an ass.
Well, you're setting the parameters initially.
Right. I said that yesterday. It's laying the foundation for a very healthy relationship. I don't go in covering stuff up. I don't hide things for 6 or 7 months. I don't dress it up.
You really want to be with a chick, though, that will drop her whole world and run to your house the second day you've known her?
You want a real answer or you want the flippant one?
I want a real answer.
Yes.
You really want that?
Yes.
I wouldn't think you'd have respect for her.
Therein lies the rub, because he doesn't, and then he loses respect, and then he splits up with her because he doesn't respect her.
No, sooner or later, I'll find something I respect in her.
You can abuse and respect at the same time.
Yes.
So 6:30, you know. See you at 9 at my house. Well, I'm busy tonight. Then I'll never see you again. That's what he tells her. Literally.
I want to know how much she likes me. I don't want to invest in this relationship if she's just looking at it from a lackadaisical view.
It's a second date, and you didn't have a time set. You just told her. Actually, excuse me. O'Malley called her and told her at 6:30, be at his house. Be at his house. Not even he'll pick you up, but be at his house at 9 o'clock.
Well, she lives in Rockwall.
Well, so?
That's a far drive.
No, it's the same distance both ways. I realize.
Not for me.
I know that, but most guys, at least the second date, go to pick the chick up.
I paid for dinner
last night.
No, what is today? Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday. When we met Monday, I paid for dinner.
So,
well, if I'm going to pay for something, you could drive.
It's a normal tradition that guys pick up the chicks.
Well. That ain't the way this game plays.
I understand. You called her and ordered her to your house when she had
I didn't order anybody. I just said, if you want to see me again.
Ever.
Did I say ever?
Yeah, you said it's done. I'll never see you again if you're not at my house at 9 o'clock.
They have to know that you're serious.
I got to know. Did she show?
I'm sure a lot of people want to know.
Yes.
She is extremely hot.
Yeah.
She's way up. 200.
Where do we keep getting these pictures? I couldn't find the other ones, and then Tassos brings in these three. Did she just fax them over or what?
No, they're actually saved on the desktop on the computer when she sent them to me. So if you want to see them in color, you can.
On your desktop?
Yeah.
Well, I've already seen her in color. She's just a little cutie.
Mm-hmm. Too loud.
You know, we're sitting in 3/4 and she's talking, and I can't focus on anything else other than the fact that she's loud.
Well, I mean, if you took her out on a boat, would it scare the fish?
No, Everett.
I mean, how loud is she?
Shut up, Everett.
Carry on with your fabulous show. This random activate hole is just brought to you by Russ Martin.
I don't know.
Great. Now we're in a studio with the mics on, making faces at each other. I forgot where I was.
She's loud, but she show up last night.
I don't know. Did she?
You do
At this
know.
point,
You're the only one
would you like to rescind your bet, or would you like to double it? I'd like to know how secure you are.
Well, after the fact that she actually, you know what? The fact that she called on the air and subjected herself to that tells me she has a low self-esteem anyway.
And she called after the show,
I know,
wanting to talk to me while I was working out with Kevin. I told O'Malley to tell her that I was busy working out. 9 o'clock, here's my cell phone number. My house, here's the number in case you get lost.
Okay. That shows a lack of self-esteem, and you've already whipped her, so I'd say she probably showed up.
So
I'm going to rescind if I had that option. Because at this point, I think probably the fact that she called, and any other woman with really high self-esteem would have gone, screw you, see ya.
Well, you don't know if we bonded or not on Monday night. You have no idea what kind. We were around each other for 4 hours. She could have really seen something in me that's worth putting up with.
You know what?
That's what a relationship with me is. You look at the really great stuff and you put up with the other stuff.
Well, I agree too, but I've known Joy a long time, and I wouldn't call her and go, "Hey, get your ass to my house at 9, or it's over."
That's because you can't control your women.
I can. That's just rude. That's rudeness. If she's going to put up with rudeness this early in a relationship, you'll lose interest anyway soon. She's right.
How is it rude? I wanted to see her, and I wanted to see her last night, and it was important enough for me to threaten the entire relationship. That's a compliment.
That's not a compliment.
It ain't. I get all that? Thank you.
It's not a compliment.
It is. I want to see you so badly that I'm going to threaten the entire relationship if you can't make it over to my house tonight. That is a compliment, and I believe that's like an ultimate compliment.
It's not.
I'm sorry you can't see it.
It's not. It's like snapping your fingers and expecting your dog to come across the room.
I want her there. I want to spend time with her. Do I spend time with many people?
No.
Okay. There again, that's another compliment.
So then you should have set it up the night before, not call her at 6:30, have someone else call her at 6:30 and say, "Hey, you, my house," or it's over. That's just rude. I think it is anyway. She probably should, especially the fact she called after the show.
Anybody else want to change their bets? You want some of this, Everett?
No, I don't think she showed.
Eddie, which way?
I think she should.
O'Malley? In or out?
I'm in, and I'm staying with what I said. She didn't show.
Okay.
I'm going to rescind.
All right.
Just because she called. Any other woman would have gone, "Screw you, radio boy. I'm busy. I'm hot."
She is hot.
Mm-hmm.
I think she didn't show because you're giving JD the opportunity to rescind. Why would you do that otherwise?
I'm giving him the chance to double his bet since he's so cocksure is a term, right?
Yes.
All right.
I just wish.
Is it a nasty one?
No, not in that context.
All right.
Like being cocky.
All right. So, you also got the chance to double your bet since you're so cocksure.
Thanks for the fart. No, I'm going to back out now. Just the fact she called.
Okay.
Because I think any self-respecting woman wouldn't even have called the radio station. She heard that and gone, "I want none of this. I'm a professional. I'm a doctor of a thriving practice, and I'm hot. And I ain't got no kids, no baggage. Screw him."
Last chance.
Now, by rescind,
I don't want. I think she did show up.
Okay. And the answer is? She didn't show up. Give my money.
You're kidding.
Mm-mm.
She call.
Mm-hmm. You want to hear it?
Yeah. She did. Well, okay. Should have made a business course decision. I should have modified that, which is you agreed not to let her off the hook. Did you? Or did you stay with the 9 o'clock or it's over?
Yeah, that's what I stayed with. I got this message last night and I didn't respond to it.
Okay. So y'all have not spoken since you talked on the air yesterday?
No. Okay. No reason to. She wasn't at my house like I commanded.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice. Please enter your password.
Mm-hmm.
No unheard messages.
I know that.
End of new messages. Listen, press 1.
Hate this system.
No unheard messages.
I know that.
First saved message.
Russ, hey, it's Jen. Thanks for giving me your cell number. I hope this is your number. It didn't say anything. Your voice wasn't on it. Okay, so I'd appreciate it if you 97. I guess this was a miscommunication on my part, so I'll take the blame there. But I honestly did not know that you were intending on tonight.
Oh, well.
I didn't hear from you all day. And if you had said last night, come over to my house about 9, I probably would have said, well, that's a little late, 2 nights in a row.
See, her story already has a bunch of holes in it. Yeah. She did say,
maybe not.
Maybe you did ask me over. Now she's saying, well, if you really had to ask me over, then I said it was too late. So which way is it?
Well, it's 2 nights in a row. She slept 3 hours.
That's not That's not what she's saying.
I don't know which one it is.
Ruin something with possible potential. So give me a call. Bye.
Okay. Is that a real call? Or did you tell her to call and say that?
Why would I tell her to do that?
Get my cash.
No.
Okay, I'll pay up.
Thank you.
I'm shocked.
Why are you shocked?
Because she called on the air and subjected herself to that and then called off the air.
Maybe she's just got a good sense of humor, or she's got such high self-esteem she doesn't mind coming on and tackling me.
I suppose I guess that's it. And now you're never going to see her again?
Mm-mm.
You will not do this. Let her go over this.
9 o'clock came and went. I sat at home and I read a book.
I got to go with JD on this one. That sounds like a really bad idea.
Tough. Both you guys can suck on the same cat.
Well, we're not. Be that as it may. We're not the losers here.
I'm sorry, I just got a visual of that. Stop.
Well, I got mouth.
Yeah. Go ahead. You got cotton mouth?
He's called mouth.
Oh, of course. Go ahead. I'm sorry. What's the...
No, I just think that's a very silly, flippant way to approach a relationship.
Man, she's got everything, it looks like.
Well, we also talked about getting together Tuesday night. And for whatever reason, she didn't think it was important enough to make plans.
You didn't even call her. You never called her, actually. I had O'Malley call her at 6:30 and command her to your house. Do you really expect a chick that's got that much going for her just to jump and run?
Mm-hmm. And she's already taken blame.
Yeah.
In that voicemail.
Well, that's true. She has.
Good.
She said,
then now we know it's her fault.
She said, if that's the case, then I'll have to take the blame.
Good.
She's trying to be nice.
She sounds very nice.
Something with a lot of potential here. Those words.
And obviously not enough potential to drive to my house.
Exhausted. She was tired. She worked all day. And then
I can't help it.
You don't care about her enough to worry about her being tired on the road, driving back and forth to Rockwall?
I wanted to see her last night, and she couldn't make it.
I know, but she'd rather her be on the road, threaten her health.
Well, you want an honest answer or you want a flippant answer?
Let's go flip it this time.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, again, you're the loser, I think, in this case.
Why?
Because where are you going to find a chick that's perfect? We've talked about this time and time again, how you'll probably never hook up because you want somebody that doesn't have kids, doesn't want kids, is hot, has a job, has
and you know
what?
We don't really know that she doesn't want kids. She can know enough about me. Obviously, she does. She's a listener. She can know enough about me to know that I don't want kids. And a chick that wants to get hooked up with me, that wants to run with me,
yeah.
chick that wants to run with me is going to sit there and say stuff like that. I don't want kids. I've got my own job.
Well, she knows you should have had a vasectomy. That's not an option. Not like you're going to change your mind.
Well, what I'm saying is she's going to say that because she's going to know. Well, she could try and talk me into reversal later or adopting something.
It sounds to me like you're manufacturing a reason to forego the relationship based on something you have no idea about. In fact, it's contrary to what you know, which is that she says that she doesn't want kids.
Well, now she doesn't run into that problem. Because I won't be around.
I cannot
me to kick her around anymore.
She never kicked you around. You snapped your fingers, and she didn't play dog.
Can't help you. These boots was made for walking.
Thanks, Nancy. God. Okay.
Is that her? On which line? What?
She's on line 4.
Is she?
Yeah.
I'll take line 2. Hi, Callie.
Hi.
Yes?
Relationships are work. Just get off your ass and put in some type of effort.
I don't want to.
Well, then you know what? Then you're going to go an old man and you're going to be by yourself and you're going to be miserable.
I don't care.
Well, obviously you don't. You're just being a little wimp.
I am not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
What?
I'm not gonna.
Why do you deny something? Don't deny it. You know you are. Everyone else there is in agreement with me, not you this time.
With what? That I'm a wimp?
Yeah. Why don't you go over to her house?
I don't want to. You know how far Rockwall is from here?
Exactly. So you're there, you know, the distance.
I know exactly the distance. I've been to Rockwall. I'm not driving out there.
Well, then why should she drive to you? You wanted to see her so bad. Why don't you go do something?
Well,
all right, I think that's silence because I'm right.
No, here's the problem is I don't want to.
Then you don't care about her, so you shouldn't have been there?
No, I care about her, and I wanted to come to my house.
Then, no, you should have asked her.
This is crazy talk.
Yes. I'll agree with that.
Yes.
This is crazy talk.
What does she want?
She was saying how you put her in a very difficult position.
I didn't put her in any position. We talked about going out Monday. Monday, we talked about going out Tuesday. Next thing I know, she doesn't have time.
She said that she thought you were saying it flippantly, for lack of a better word. Monday.
I wouldn't do that.
Well, that's just how she perceived it. And plus she did say, again, this is what she's saying, that it happened earlier in the evening in a joking type manner.
Okay.
And she didn't know if you were serious. And then she said, well, since he didn't call me all day, I figured nothing.
What do you got just nodding your head about?
I just like how you're arguing with O'Malley when it's really her that's talking.
Why don't you put her on the phone?
Ask her at what point did she think that I was kidding?
Why don't you talk to her?
I don't ask for your help. Did I tell you?
Yes.
Stand there. Go ahead.
At what point did you think he was kidding?
See?
She's loud.
I told you she's loud. And O'Malley's 3 feet from the mic. Yeah. Doesn't she sound like Valerie?
Yes, she does a little bit.
I can't hear it enough.
Okay. She does. She sounds like Valerie.
Reflections.
Tell her I'm sorry that she couldn't make it last night. Tell her. Tell her shut up and tell her.
Hang on. Russ says he's sorry. What was the rest of it?
That she couldn't make it last night.
He's sorry that you couldn't make it last night. Man, she's breaking up.
She on a cell?
Yeah.
Let me know if she calls back.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
What?
I'm at a loss for words.
Good.
Well, let him go. I mean, it's his choice. It's his life.
I know.
Yeah.
I really would like
I don't tell you how to do your relationship with Joy.
Oh, dear God almighty, you did not just say that.
I don't tell you how to argue with her.
You do. You tell me how to do everything with her. What I do wrong. What I never do right. How to talk to her.
So?
Okay. So I'm trying to give you some advice. I'd like to see you happy, and I'd like to see you actually happy through the holidays.
I'll be happy through the holiday.
I just mean with some chick. It'd be nice. She seems nice. I don't know. Maybe she's
loud.
Well, so that could be modified.
You don't ask people to change.
You must not have liked her, or you wouldn't be doing this.
I liked her fine.
I just can't believe you're going to toss this away.
I can't either.
Do we need to break? Oh. Is that her again? Tell her I'm not interested anymore.
Russ says he's not interested anymore. She says that's fine.
What's fine?
That if you want to play your games, then that's fine.
I'm not the one that didn't show up. I was at my house at 9 o'clock last night waiting for her. Tell her that.
You want me to put it on hold too?
Tell her that.
He says he waited for you last night.
There was nothing to talk about. Tell her that. There was nothing to talk about.
Russ says there was nothing to talk about.
Tough. Say tough.
Tough.
Damn.
It really is. It's just tough.
Will you talk to this woman and stop making him do it?
I don't have time for her nonsense.
We're taking the time.
Plus, Eddie says we got a break. What's she saying now?
You have to do what you have to do.
Thank you. Tell her I'm sorry it didn't work out, and I'm sorry that she couldn't find time in her schedule to meet me last night.
Sorry it didn't work out, and you didn't show up.
I'm glad it's funny to her. Say that.
He's glad it's funny to her as well.
Stupid proxy.
Yeah. You're the worst proxy I ever had. Stop laughing and tell her. You can't piss them off if you're laughing at them. He's gone.
Sorry.
We got a break now. Tell her to hold on. I'm not done with her.
This is Russ Martin. Call Russ now at 214-787-1053.
What are we doing this last? 3:30? Yep. Getting close? All right, load that up if you would. Did she hang up? She what?
She called back.
Well, I don't have anything else to say to her. Sorry, Toby. Wow. What?
I don't know.
What's to say?
Well, obviously nothing, but you're going to let the hot chick go over something that's ridiculous.
I know. It sounds very ridiculous.
It does.
You ain't even used her up good yet.
I know it.
Okay. Can I say?
Nothing. Let's see which one of these I'm going to take. Yes, Shelley?
Hey, why doesn't Russ send a car for that woman?
I'm not wasting George's time to go pick her up.
Who's George?
The limo driver.
Well, that's not wasting time if you're going to see a fine chick.
Well, she wants to see me. She'd drive to my house.
Well, it would be the gentleman thing to do.
Well, of course it would.
You're just on a tear.
You think possibly there's something missing that you guys don't know, and that's why I'm making a decision like this?
That would seem logical.
Well, there's not. Okay. You've been an easy setup all day. Huh? Go ahead. Go ahead, Jill.
Jill. Russ?
I guess you didn't say it fast enough.
Right. Go ahead.
I was busy putting firewood in my chimney.
Well, of course.
Listen, Russ?
Yes.
Hi. Why would
Who
a
is this?
woman in their right mind want to go out with you when you speak of loving L.A. every day?
I don't know. That's not a question you ask me. You have to ask whoever it is that wants to go out with me.
Well, that's true, but why don't you just take some time off and take up some other interests and realize what you really want in a woman?
I know what I want. I know exactly what I want. That's what I'm saying. Don't you guys, since this decision...
Do you think I believe that?
Are you going to listen?
Nobody believes that.
Are you going to listen?
Know what you want.
Listen. obviously, this is an absurd decision because you guys don't know all the facts. Why don't you stop and think there's probably something he's not telling us, and he's basing his decision on this? That's why it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't that seem like it would...
Well, we only know what you say on the radio.
That's what I'm saying. So doesn't it sound like I'm leaving something out?
We only, like I said, we only know what you're saying.
I understand, but since the decision just sounds so absurd, obviously there's something that you're not privy to. So I'm leaving something out, right?
I guess so.
Well, I'm not. I don't know how many more laps around the track I was going to be able to go with her.
I know.
All right, this one looks good, and then we'll do news. Oh, we still got to play the audio of Tasso's getting popped.
Yes.
I can't believe he copped an attitude with Gavin.
He did. Very much so.
I guess if he thought he's getting fired, why not?
Well, he wasn't telling him off. He was arguing to keep his job, saying, "Oh, well, that's not true. That didn't happen."
Well, then he's got a valid point.
But he's
I thought you meant he was.
Voice.
Well, if I was getting fired and it wasn't my fault, I'd say whatever.
No, you'll have to hear the tape.
All right. Yes, JD.
Yes, you're not intimidated by this girl because she's too perfect, are you?
No. I already told you she's not perfect. She's loud.
Oh, she's loud?
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing that's wrong with her?
Yep.
You're not scared that maybe...
And she's obviously not prompt.
Right.
She will be bossed around.
I said, here's where I'm going to be. We had made plans the night before to get together. Thanks, JD.
She didn't remember making those plans.
That's not my fault, nor is it my concern. All I know is I was at home last night waiting for her.
Mm-hmm. It's wrong on every count. You at home waiting for her, ordering her over on a second date. Now, why can't you just agree with me once? Because in this case, you're ridiculously wrong. Are you arguing with me because you really feel this way, or just milking the bit? I'm not. I don't know that it's a bit.
Okay.
I know how you can be when you get your mind set on something. Is it a bit? Is there something? I'll ask one more time. Is there...
What I've said all along, and I'm not going to give you the same punchline, is obviously there's something else going on because I know I come off as an idiot, but I think most people know that there's a moderate level of intelligence here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be just bold enough to say that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to make some jackass decision on something as stupid as not being at my house at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
So obviously there's something else that you guys aren't privy to, and then I'm not telling you. Wouldn't you agree?
I would agree.
Well, I'm not.
Just tell us what it is. What's the missing piece?
There's nothing missing.
How can you do this? Seriously, I'm with JD 100% on this.
Okay, fine.
She's hot.
Very attractive.
Professional.
Yep.
Has a good practice.
Yep.
Digs you.
Doesn't like going out a lot. Is okay with going out occasionally.
No kids.
Obviously, we had we had plenty to talk about because I met her at 8:15 and she went home about midnight on Monday.
So bright, no shortage of things to talk about.
No, very easy to talk to.
Likes animals.
Loves animals. Likes hanging out on the weekends. Not really going anywhere. Likes to nest.
I'm not going to say it. It just seems like there's a piece of this that doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
What is it? Tell me.
If I told you, then the bit wouldn't be absurd.
Oh.
That's why I've been able to milk this for 2 hours, because if I told you everything, then the bit wouldn't be absurd and we wouldn't have anything to talk about.
I see.
So obviously there's a missing piece.
Yes.
Well, there's not. Sorry.
He got you again.
Yeah.
All right.
We have Costos audio we haven't played. If you want to do that in news.
Yeah. Oh, I did read a book last night. That guy that wanted to be on the show. Yeah, the Kennedy guy, the guy that wrote the book. It's either Flight from Dallas. Was that it? Flight from Dallas. I got 30 pages into it. I don't even know how he could think what happened. Because he gets on a plane. He's supposed to be going someplace. He's coming home. It's November 22nd, 1963.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to make it home to Colorado Springs. Okay?
Okay.
He gets on a plane someplace. I forget what city it was. And on the way there, They divert their flight, and it's a cargo plane. There's nobody on it. There's a pilot, I think another guy, and nobody else. And he ends up on it because it's the last flight, and he's in the service, and I didn't really pay that much attention. He just ends up on a plane.
Okay.
This plane lands on the Trinity River bottom. At a certain point, they divert their flight plan, land on the Trinity River bottoms. No runway, no record, no manifest, no nothing. A guy gets on the plane.
Yeah.
They stop, guy gets on the plane. Nobody's saying anything to anybody. And he's afraid to ask because everything's just going, that's weird. And at this point, they knew on the plane the president had been assassinated.
Okay.
Little short guy gets on the plane. They land at Roswell. They let the little short guy off. Now, I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Aliens killed Kennedy.
No. The guy's a nut.
Now he's watching TV. He finally gets home. I haven't gotten too far into this. He gets home. He's watching TV. He goes, hey, that little guy looks like the guy that was on the plane today or yesterday.
Okay. Who is?
Lee Harvey Oswald.
Well, we know that that's totally bogus.
His wife said, yeah, it's impossible. He's obviously in jail.
Yes.
But he goes, that's the guy. Looks just like the guy that was on the plane yesterday that they let off in Roswell.
That makes no sense at all. Plus an airplane landing in the Trinity River bottom.
Yeah, I'm still stuck on that one.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, I guess, it's obviously not a 747 or whatever would be prevalent back in the early 60s.
Any kind of a cargo plane.
Right. He said it was a military plane, had no markings on it.
No.
And how he knew it was a military plane, I don't know. No ID numbers, no U.S. Air Force logos, whatever would be flying, nothing.
That makes no sense at all. And they just let a random guy just get on it?
He's an airman. And he was trying to get home, obviously, for Thanksgiving.
And I mean, what do they say to the guy? Don't you tell nobody about
I don't know. It was just, he was contacted by the CIA, and that's about where I stopped. I'm on about page 30.
Yeah.
About that time I had to flush.
I understand.
Because I only read when I'm on the pipe.
I got you. That's good. Well, that's completely bogus. I mean, you start with landing in the Trinity River bottoms and past that.
Well, here's what, to me, discounts everything. Forget all the absurd things.
Right.
There's no paperwork to track it. Mm-hmm. He didn't have to sign a manifest. He didn't have to sign anything when he got on the plane. There's no manifest. There's no records. There's nothing. There's no way to go back and say this happened or this didn't happen because there's no paperwork. Mm-hmm. At that point, you realize he could write anything he wanted. He could really say aliens landed and killed Kennedy and, took a shuttle back to Roswell and then left.
Could. Yeah. Or nut.
But I'm going to read the rest of it.
You're going to get him on? I'd like to hear him. He's either going to be a complete nut.
He's in his mid-70s. So that was the other thing. It's like, you know what? You write a book about anything you want. What are you going to do? I'm probably going to be gone in 5 years anyway. Come and get it. That's true. Let me see. Yes, Rebecca?
Hi, you're Russ Martin. You don't have to wait on nobody.
Thank you. Very sweet, intelligent woman.
Should have showed up.
Right.
Right.
See?
Right.
I got somebody who agrees with me.
You're going to be alone, Russ Martin.
I doubt it.
You keep that up.
There's always another one coming.
No, there's not always.
Yes, there is.
Someone of this caliber coming.
We'll see.
Okay.
You can dump those last two. Let me talk to Marcus. Yeah, Marcus?
Hey, Russ.
Yeah?
It's obvious you was going to dump her. At least you should have hit it before you let her go.
I don't beat my women like you do, Marcus.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it's a cultural thing.
I think he might have sex with her, not actually hit her.
I thought that's what he said.
No.
He did, but that's not how he meant it.
Oh.
Hit it.
Yeah.
I think he was going to slap her around.
In the biblical sense.
Oh. Either way would have been fun.
Yeah.
All right. All right, I got nothing else to add.
All right.
Let's do news and then we'll listen to the Tasso stuff. Okay. 5:15, J.D. Ryan's on Live 105.3.
And it's brought to you by Expedia.com and by Miller Lite.
Expedia.com, making it easy to find the trip you're looking for. Expedia.com. Don't just travel, travel right. This hour of the Russ Martin Show is brought to you in part by Miller Lite.
And by Condoms to Go on Greenville Avenue. Eddie will be there tomorrow from 11 to 1. We'll have some 105.3 cool stuff. Tickets for WWE Survivor Series. And what else? Oh, lunch from Cafe Nordstrom on Greenville Avenue. It's tomorrow 5315 Greenville Avenue comes to go Nettie. An Arlington school senior lost her battle with cancer just before a special early graduation ceremony was scheduled to take place. Emily Hunter of Arlington High School died early Tuesday, just one day before a special scheduled graduation ceremony. She was diagnosed with bone cancer 2 years ago, and despite having 20 surgeries, including one to amputate her right arm, she maintained a 4.0 grade average and was crowned homecoming queen and was 15th in a class of 574.
I had like a 2.8 and I had all my arms.
I know. She told her mother her only wish was to graduate from high school when she found out her therapy wasn't working. Even after Hunter lost her arm to bone cancer last year, she got back in shape where she continued to play on the Lady Colts varsity soccer team. She won the State Courage Award from the American Cancer Society. Her faith in God helped her, as did taking it one day at a time, according to her mom, and looking at all the positives. The scheduled ceremony will go on as a memorial tonight, 6 o'clock at the school auditorium.
This makes you want to stop and ask, why is it so cold in here?
I turned it up.
And
it's burning up in the rest of the building.
Yeah. We have our own air conditioning in here.
Okay. Well, can we turn it off?
Yeah, well, I turned it up a little bit a while ago.
Feel like it's like 62 in here.
It is cold.
And why is it so hot in the rest of the building?
They turned off the air conditioner when the very first cold snap came, and now that it's warm again.
And they don't know how to turn it back on? Is this building really, I hate to piss off people I work with, but is this building really full of just idiots?
I don't know. It's miserable all over the building. It's not just us.
It was 80 degrees last night, and nothing was on. No fans, no blowers, nothing.
Well, there's nowhere near that it's comfortable. It's either really hot or really cold, depending on where you go.
Go ahead.
Texas Rangers willing to field trade offers for their star, Alex Rodriguez. The New York Times reported today it would be less than honest for me to say we're not listening. Ranger manager Buck Showalter, thank you, told the newspaper. If people call you about a player, even if it's a player you love, the way we love Alex, you have to at least listen. 59-year-old.
Hold on a second. Did you follow the Durst trial at all? Ever?
Yes.
Does any of that shock you?
Well, at first it did, more so than after I read a little bit about what the jurors were saying and how the case was presented. And I really think that they came to the right decision.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not. Based on the evidence that was presented. Because
what all was presented? He kills somebody, cuts up the body. We don't know where the head is.
Right.
And then skips bail.
Well, I heard a couple of interviews with jurors, one of whom said that the state was not consistent with its recitation of the facts throughout the trial. Put another way, to dumb it down.
Thank you.
At the beginning of the trial, they espoused one theory of the case, and in close...
Hold on a second. Hey, Dan, call that Tim Powers guy, see if he followed it too. I can't believe that you'd actually think they would come to that was the right decision.
I do. I think it was the right decision based on the evidence presented. Understand, I'm not saying that I believe he killed the guy intentionally or that he didn't. The point is we don't know. We don't know how the death occurred.
We don't. We do know that he cut up the body and then skipped bail.
But that's not murder. That's abuse of corpse. That's a different offense, and that's not what he was on trial for.
Oh, I see how he got off. I remember at one point I read his defense attorney said, we want him to be tried for murder. Can you do that?
Absolutely. And in fact, they did a very smart thing. They said, we don't want any other jury instructions in the charge that goes to the jury.
Because they can't, since they didn't have...
they didn't have any lesser included offenses to choose from.
They either had to pop him on murder or they had to let him go. So they were, his defense attorney was going, you come and get us for all of it or nothing else.
So, yeah, exactly right. It was a good move on the defense part. And something else that the juror said was that the defense theory was consistent throughout. Basically, it was, look, only one person that's living actually knows what happened that caused the decedent to die.
And the other person that knows is in pieces.
Yes. But
I don't buy the whole thing of he cut him up because he was afraid that nobody would buy his story.
Well, another part
and wouldn't it also, I don't know why people do this, wouldn't it also increase your chances of having somebody find the body if you cut it up?
Absolutely.
Well, because now you got a bunch of different pieces floating around instead of just one clump in the bottom of the bay.
Yeah.
Well, this is a guy who's a millionaire living dressed as a mute woman in a $300 a month apartment. I mean, clearly he has his issues.
He was not.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
As a mute chick?
As a mute woman.
Hold on, Everett. Tim.
Hi, Russ. Hi, Everett.
Hey, what's going on, Tim?
Not much.
Do you think they made the right decision?
I think they probably did. I think they made the right decision from the charge that they received.
Okay, all right, I'll go with you on. No, I won't. He obviously murdered the guy, and he cut him up, and he jumped bail.
That wasn't apparent from the evidence.
Sure, he jumped bail, and he's going to be. There's no way they're going to offer on that. They're going to try that case, and they're going to try to get a conviction on him with that.
All right, okay. Well, let's go this way then. With everything that we know, what should they have tried him for that they probably could have gotten a conviction?
They could have charged him with murder, and I didn't hear all of Everett's talk, but I think that both sides are entitled to a lesser-included offense. And these prosecutors, when they saw that Dick DeGuerin came up with the self-defense theory that they didn't know about until late in the case, should have requested a lesser-included offense of manslaughter.
Absolutely. That was a big mistake on their part. I completely agree.
So the prosecutors just messed up.
They messed up. They thought they had a better case than they did, and the thing that concerns me is that the jurors said this morning that they eliminated all of what Durst said on the stand. So that indicates to me they didn't find it believable. But they seem to give him credit for that, which just amazes me. But
it seems like, did he not come off as a credible witness?
Well, clearly no. I mean, he lied repeatedly.
Well, it's like you said earlier. He's living as a mute woman.
Yeah, he's living as a mute woman, and he said that he didn't wipe down the .22 pistol, but they didn't find any prints or blood on it. So somebody wiped it down.
Well, and he also said, too, that he was in somewhat of a haze, that he felt as though he were disembodied, watching the whole cutting up of the body and so forth, and had very selective memories of it. I mean, if you believe what he says, that was his testimony with regard to that part of the event.
It almost makes you wonder why they didn't go with some type of insanity defense.
I think DeGuerin knew what his defense was. He had a very good theory. He did his homework. He presented a great defense, and it paid off.
Yeah, and he didn't have to tell the state about it up front. They found out about it from the investigator, and the investigator said there was no evidence to indicate that it wasn't self-defense. They didn't know because they didn't have the head.
Exactly. That's the irony. Because he was able to hide the head so well. Yeah. What's really
all right, okay. All right.
It is important. They need it.
All right, you guys got to slow down. Why is the head important here?
Because you need to be able to determine how the death occurred. Was it self-defense? Was it an accident? Was it intentional murder? And often you can tell by the trajectory of the bullet.
So he got shot in the head?
Forensically, yes.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So, but without the head, you have no evidence of how that transpired, and you have to take the word of the living witness, essentially, or there's no one else and no other evidence.
Has anybody noticed through this whole thing, Eddie's in the background just nodding his head?
A sort of knowing look.
Yeah.
No head.
Yeah. Prove how it happened.
Yes.
Why don't you ask them? That's all right. They don't have a head.
It's the note-taking that concerns me.
Yeah. I don't know. I just heard well, let me ask this. Was anybody shocked that he just absolutely walked from this, short of the bail jumping?
I was more so until after I heard the jurors' explanations. And understand, we didn't see every moment of this case as the jurors did. We didn't hear every moment of testimony. We weren't there to compare what the state said in their opening and compare it with what they said in their close, which apparently was inconsistent. And that stood out in the jurors' minds because they felt, one juror said in particular that he felt as though the state was out to convict Durst no matter what, and they were just kind of giving us alternate theories, letting us to pick which one without really knowing themselves how it, or even if it happened in the way
I got it. They're throwing out a bunch of different scenarios. Could have happened this way, could have happened this way, could have happened this way. We're not really sure which, but it might be one of these. Why don't you guys pick one?
Right, and I think that's what the jurors really perceived. The state came up and they couldn't prove a lot of things that they said they were going to in their opening statement. I think that was damaging for them, and the prosecutors were caught by surprise by the self-defense theory.
Wow, were you shocked, Tim?
I'm never shocked at what a jury does. I'm sure everyone will agree with me on that. Sometimes you're shocked as hell at some things they do and not, but I was surprised. I was really more surprised, I think, that the prosecutors didn't request that lesser included offense.
Well, that, from what I understand, too, they have a real ace prosecutor down there that's their top litigator that, for whatever reason, did not try this case, which I found rather surprising in light of the fact that this is likely the biggest case that will ever come through Galveston County.
Well, all right, we know what the defense can do. They could say, you try him for murder or nothing else. Can the prosecution do anything different? Can they go, no, we're not going to go after murder, we're going to go after manslaughter?
they could have requested a jury instruction, but Tim, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think they ever did they?
No, they never did, which I think was foolish.
Yeah.
And when they presented to the grand jury for indictment, they could have presented, and people are indicted on rank hearsay all the time, but the prosecutor that runs the grand jury down there could have requested the grand jury find a true bill either on murder, involuntary manslaughter, any combination of charges.
Do you guys think they would have gone for a lesser charge had they known about the defense plea or the defense, the self-defense defense?
One would hope.
Absolutely.
All right. So that was the big chink in this armor.
That was, I think, that was a very bad tactical move on the part of the prosecution.
All right. Okay. How's your show doing on the weekend, Timmy?
It's very well, but I understand I have to bring my own coffee on Saturday.
Yeah, Russ stole all of it and the filters.
I was out.
Now I have to bring paper towels in too.
Paper towels work. That's what I use for a couple of weeks.
That's what I use at home too.
When's your show on?
It's 3 to 4 on Saturday afternoons.
Saturday afternoons. All right. Thank you, sir.
All right, man. Thanks.
All right.
See you, Tim.
See you, Everett.
All right. TimPowers.com is his website. I heard the verdict and I thought I heard it wrong.
Yeah. Even he looked surprised. He opened his mouth and went, uh-huh. Well, good.
All right, since they found him innocent on that, or not guilty, does that affect his bail jumping thing at all? Because he can go, hey, I wasn't really doing anything wrong. I was innocent.
I was running from a spurious charge. No,
yes.
Sadly, no. That's still...
I didn't know. Well, as jackass as all the other things that we've... As stupid as the legal system is, that doesn't seem like it's something that would be out of the question.
No, I can understand how you would ask that, but the answer is no. I mean, he still jumped bail. But the good news for him is that the range of punishment on that is only 2 to 10 years, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe he has close to 2 years back time, which means, that if he gets convicted, I don't think he has any prior criminal history in Texas. If he gets convicted, he could very well
just walk from time served.
Well, he's admitted to abuse of corpse. Is that anything?
There again, that's something that I think he has sufficient back time to cover. I mean, obviously, murder was what they were gunning for. This is all just ancillary stuff, a consolation prize, if you will, for the state.
Amazing. He can kill somebody, cut him up, skip bail, and all he's got to worry about is 2 years.
Well, and they think he's a serial killer. The whole reason, do you know why he was hiding as a mute woman in a $300 a month apartment?
No, I don't.
It's because...
Hold on. We need a break. Make it quick.
Back in the 80s, he was married to some woman, and she ended up missing, and they never found her, and they were renewing the prosecution, and he became scared up in New York and fled to Texas and hid in Galveston as a mute woman.
Okay.
That's as quick as I can make it.
That sounds logical. Mm-hmm. All right. I don't want to take that call. You can jump him. All right, we'll be back.
Baby. Y'all fools don't know about how much all this pimping costs. Y'all fools don't know. This is Russ Martin.
I couldn't find the remote, so I just laid there.
5 hours.
Sunday night. Forgot why I got drunk Sunday afternoon, but how sometimes you get drunk, you wake up in the middle of the night. Right. Well, I got drunk too early on Sunday, so I woke up at 9 o'clock at night. And for whatever reason, the TV was on A&E, and there was a Lon Chaney marathon.
Oh, my Lord.
And I laid there, and I watched all of it, just because I didn't know where the remote was, and I wasn't getting up.
5 hours?
You know who Lon Chaney is?
Yeah, it was from the 30s or whatever? Silent, was it, they all silent pictures?
Yes.
What's the matter with you? You're watching silent movies?
I'm laying there on the couch, and
You can just get up and find the remote.
I didn't know where it was.
Find another one. Strap it to something. You can change the channel up at the tuner.
What did I just tell you?
You wouldn't get up.
I couldn't find the remote.
You wouldn't get up.
5
hours.
Here's how long I watched it. They did a movie in 1925 called The Unholy Three.
Okay?
Mm-hmm. They did that movie. 5 years later, they decide, hey, sound's here. We're going to do the same movie again. And I watched them both.
You did.
Oh, my God. Is that the one with the midget?
Yeah, the little midget that played.
You watched that movie?
I'm trying to. Let me see if I can give you the plot really quick. All right, Lon Chaney is on there. Okay,
yeah.
And he's a ventriloquist. Oh, this is just absurd. Are you ready? He's a ventriloquist in a silent movie. I'm laying there, and you know how they do up the little cards at what he said?
Right.
And he goes, he does something, then he throws his voice, and I'm laying there going, he's good.
You're kidding
I
me.
swear to Jesus, what idiot would take a silent movie and have a ventriloquist?
Who would watch it?
I did. Twice. At least the one with sound made a little more sense.
Should have called me. I'd have gone and bought you a remote and brought it over.
And the midget, I can give you all right, Lon Chaney's a ventriloquist. He's in a circus show.
Have to be.
Okay? Yeah. Then you got the Hercules guy in the circus show. Of course. Then you got the little midget. Mm-hmm. Okay? And the midget's got a baby face, so he could pass for like 2 years old.
Okay.
All right. So you got those three guys. They decide to go off on their own and start hosing people. All right. So now Lon Chaney is dressed like a woman working in a pet store. And to sell the parrots that don't talk,
right,
he throws his voice.
I almost want to see it now. So was the remake any better?
No. In fact, the remake was worse, the sound, because the midget was it had such a thick Swedish accent, you couldn't understand what he was saying. Had I not seen the silent version, I'd have never known the dialogue.
God. That's pathetic.
Yeah. And there were some other shows in there in between. Laugh, Clown, Laugh, and some other stuff. I think all of them were silent that I watched, except for, what's it?
The Unholy Three.
The Unholy Three.
$10,000 for this television, stereo, satellite dishes. He's watching a silent movie.
On a plasma TV.
All right. Hi, Gail.
Hello.
What do you got?
Exxon, Advanced Laser Clinic, and KTXA TV.
All right. Your out cue is, you can count on.
Now at participating On the Run stores at Exxon locations, Bud and Bud Light 20-pack bottles are just $13.99 through November 15th. $13.99. Now that's a refreshing deal. Plus tax and deposit where applicable. Please drink responsibly. Brought to you by Advanced Laser Clinics. For the best in laser hair removal and skin rejuvenation procedures, call Advanced Laser Clinics. 866-54-LASER. 3 Dallas locations. 866-54-LASER. Tonight at 9 on CBS 11. A 48 hours exclusive. Actor Robert Blake. Then at 10, a CBS 11 News exclusive. General Tommy Franks. It's all coming up tonight on CBS 11. Coverage you can count on.
In Louisville, the freeway was shut down. It's not shut down now, but still slow. Northbound 35 at Garden Ridge. The 2 right lanes are blocked. Traffic is backed up to FM 3040. In Fort Worth on southbound 35 at Morningside, there's a wreck in the left lane. You're back up past the Mixmaster. Also in Fort Worth on southbound 35 at Seminary, you've got road work that's been blocking the left lane for most of the day. This is also brought to you by Owens Corning Pink Insulation. It can reduce your energy bills by up to 30% according to the U.S. Department of Energy. To find out more, visit owenscorning.com or call 1-800-GET-PINK. I'm Gail Lightfoot on the Alternative Talk Station, Live 105.3.
Thank you, Gail. Going to be chilly tonight, windy, about 45 for the overnight lows. A cold front comes in. Some rain tomorrow, 58 will be the high at 70 degrees. Currently, Live 105.3.
Mm-hmm. All right. What did you say during traffic? That midget was in what?
He was in a movie called Freaks that came out about the same time. It was a talkie, but it was basically starring a number of different...
Didn't you talk about that one night, Eddie?
Yeah, it was.
What is it?
It's a carnival again, and the midget is in the carnival, and it's just like one of the most odd movies. I remember seeing it when I was really young, and then I saw it again, and it still had the same effect. I mean, it's just spooky.
Is it disturbing?
Yeah,
yes.
It's the whole premise of the movie is the midget marries a woman, and she's just taking advantage of him. She's got him for his money or whatever, and at the end of the movie, all the freaks are chasing her through the woods, and every time it's during a thunderstorm, and every time lightning strikes, you see a different freak, and they just, I mean,
It's wild. They have these 2 sisters that have football-shaped heads.
Were they real?
Yes. Oh, they were very real. I mean, they were obviously retarded, but they had these elongated...
See, that's the sad thing about medical science, is we're doing more and more to eliminate birth defects so you don't get football head people no more.
It really isn't.
You don't.
Why is that a sad thing?
Because what did I just say? You don't get football head people no more.
I know.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of people like this these days.
No, I know.
I mean, am I right, Eddie? These people have football shit.
Yeah, and they were real freaks. And as I understand it, because I read about it one time, was they went to a carnival freak show and they had a casting call for people with oddities.
Yeah, guys with no legs that, you know.
Lobster Man.
Yeah, Lobster Man.
Fingers.
That was a cool one.
I want to see the football-headed chick. There's two of them?
There are two of them. They're sisters. They walk around just kind of going,
Were they Siamese?
No, they weren't attached. They was just football-headed.
Oh. We're ready to go to school, Mama. How many times I got to tell you, laces out? Oh, what's the name of the movie? Just Freaks?
Just called Freaks.
Is it on video?
You know, I don't know. I used to see it on Channel 13 a lot.
I think it is. I remember looking it up. I'll go to the movie trading company and see, because they've got a ton of just oddball stuff there. I mean, any movie you can think of. And
when did the movie come out?
Mid-30s.
It was like 34.
Oh.
And it was a talkie, but it really was. I mean, it was just, it sticks with you. I mean,
it really does.
I can still see the lightning strikes and each freak popping up.
Oh, I got to see that.
Yeah,
that little midget from the Lon Chaney movie and this one, he lived till like 1985.
Yeah, he has a midget wife in Freaks.
Because I'm laying there on the couch, I can reach the laptop, but I can't find the remote. So while I'm watching thing, I just pulled up A&E's website and I looked at all the different crap and found out the midget lived to like 85. Wow. I was also looking for websites to see if there was something that could change channels.
No, I did not.
I
did not.
Perhaps if I invent a device from my couch, never mind that I can just get up and change it.
I did. It's on the other side of the room.
I understand. I never got up to whiz or get a drink or anything.
God. I just woke up from, a drunken stupor, laid there for a while, watched TV. I think about 2 o'clock in the morning and fell back asleep. Oh, we still got the Tassos audio, don't we? Take this and we'll play it. Go ahead, Wendy.
Hey, Russ.
Yes?
I don't normally listen to your show or your program or anything, but I have to know. Of course you don't. Did you say something yesterday about how you gave money to a crippled child so he could go as a slug for Halloween?
Yes.
What kind of sick mind says something like that? I mean, why?
What? I gave him money for a Halloween costume.
To go as a slug?
He's crippled.
He's not a slug. He can go as any other normal thing he wants to do for
I gave him a lot of money for that. It was a nice costume. It even came with the little Vaseline packets.
Stop. You are horrible. What was the thing you said about taking something?
Shut up.
Little telescopic antennas.
You get it?
Well, yes, I get it. Going down the sidewalk, slamming it. God. Okay.
I thought it was a nice costume.
Yes.
Very functional.
And after all of the stuff that I did, he still goes out to Florida again on Craddock's little junket thing for
the kids.
Yeah. Disney World, Disneyland, whatever.
Disney World.
Family's got no loyalty. We gave that little turd a $3,300 bicycle for a crippled kid.
So, you wanted to turn down a Disney trip?
Yes.
Why? Hasn't he had enough problems in his life that he can go to Disneyland?
Not enough.
Well, why do we care what Craddock does?
Yeah, it sounds like he's starting to milk it.
Who, Craddock or the kid?
The kid.
Oh, they've been milking it since he was born. They've gotten out of traffic. They told us, Cody's dad told us when we went out there, if he got stopped for a traffic ticket, they just, say, hey, my kid's gone into convulsions or whatever and he can't walk.
Ain't that right, boy?
Yeah. Show him your legs, boy. Kick for the officer. See, you can't kick.
Well, okay.
So now they're glomming up over the Craddock camp. Have a little bit of loyalty.
Well, I agree.
You with me on this one?
I got. Yeah, they really ought to be loyal to you. That's $3,300 bicycle. That's quite a lot. And we know why. What's the bad part is we know why Craddock's doing it. Because he's just a glomming turd.
What? You agree with me on something?
Well, this case, yeah.
Give me the heads up next time.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
That's the way people get aneurysms.
You look like your forehead's starting to throb.
It just caught.
Well, that didn't cost Craddock anything to take those kids out there. All the money's donated. This money came right out of your foundation, money you put in.
All right.
Sorry.
I'm just waiting for it.
There was no other shoe to drop. especially in his case. That was very uncharacteristic of me. I apologize.
Quite all right.
Ahead of time.
Don't try to dress it up now.
Oh, no.
I wonder if they really make slug costumes.
I don't think so. I'm sure you
I'd
could
love to
have
see him in that.
You could have one made, I'm sure. Slug.
Eddie, doesn't your wife sew? See if she can make him a slug costume for next Halloween. And then put in the Vaseline packet. So as he crawls across the sidewalk, it leaves his little trail. And Everett's right, the great big antennas. Yes, Cindy?
Hey, Russ.
Yes?
Hey. Listen, be nice. Just because that kid's dad's a jerk doesn't mean he can't go to Disney World.
I would prefer a little loyalty. Because nobody knew who Cody and his family was until we got that email that said, hey, we got a crippled kid who wants a bike for Christmas. Right. Had I not thought it was a hose job, I'd have never called the number. Then I found out they made bikes for crippled kids. Right.
Well, it's funny because I actually listened to Kid Craddock in the morning, and I listened to you on the way home in the evening, so I knew about him.
You knew about him from them or me?
From them, from the Disney trip.
I wonder if he had been doing anything with Craddock before us.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I seriously doubt it. What
I was cracking up last night when you were talking about the slug outfit, because then I realized I knew who you were talking about. And I was laughing because I thought it was funny, but when you said that his dad was telling the cops that his kid had a seizure, that's horrible.
He told us the story. That's how they get out of traffic tickets.
That is horrible. That poor kid, he can't help it that he was born crippled.
I know.
But I love the slug costume.
Thank you. We're going to have him one
made.
made.
Packets are great.
Thank you. Bye.
That poor kid, but that slug costume's funny.
Yeah. Where's the Tassos audio? Are you about to say we need a break? Is it a long break?
No. Do you want him to be flippant?
You want an honest answer or you want a flippant one? Let me play part of the Tassos audio, then we'll break right in the middle of it.
Okay, track 2 is supposed to be a little bit louder.
All right. What time did Gavin drag Tassos into the office and tell him he's fired?
About 1:30.
All right.
He just got back from working out there north, and we're all set up for him.
All right. And he still contends that after it's all said and done, he contends that he knew about it.
I knew all about it.
How would he know it was a hose job?
That I have no idea. He said, I knew from the beginning it was a hose job. First of all the screw-ups that we've had recently and the things that you've heard him say, and he came to me last night and asked me, is Russ mad at me? So it was perfect.
Tassos said this?
It was perfect timing.
Okay.
Well, you can hear the nervous laughter in his voice as soon as he gets in the office, just a little bit you've played. It's obvious he doesn't know it's a bit.
Yeah. Screw it. We'll just take a break. We'll come back and we'll play it all.
The Russ Martin Show.
I hate that bumper. Load it again. Why is it he just can't have the guy go live 105.3? You know, why is it got to be that scary thing?
Now, back to the Russ Martin Show. Live 105.3.
What is that?
Talk station.
Just changing inflections for emphasis.
I don't need any emphasis.
No, I'm telling you. You know how they do? No,
Blow that one more time.
The guy does it on Fox 4 too.
It's the same delivery all the way through.
Well,
this one is like, we're back live.
Now, back to the Russ Martin Show. Live 105.3. The alternative talk station.
That's a reptilian feel. It's more and more dumbass every time I hear it. Hey, you have Janet St. James' cell phone?
Yes?
Call and ask her if she'll bring me a sandwich. I forgot to bring food today.
Okay.
You ask a news anchor to bring you a sandwich?
She's a weekend news anchor.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right. And he could have called it a Sam bitch.
Yeah.
Shut up, Everett.
Carry on.
Thank you. Actually, I don't want a sandwich. I want like a Subway salad. Extra turkey breast. Fat-free dressing. Thank you.
Okay.
I forgot to bring food today.
I understand.
The Larry North thing said that for me to eat every 3 or 4 hours, 2 or 3 hours.
I have some corny dogs if she doesn't bring that sandwich.
I'm getting sick of those.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you eat them cold. That's the problem. They taste yucky cold. Eat them up.
Well, they're vegetable corny dogs. They kind of taste yucky to begin with.
You think so? You don't like them at all?
They're all right. They're good in a pinch when you don't care. Okay. Well, why didn't you tell me she was already here?
Because I was actually going to see if she would go get you a salad.
Well, there's a Chevron down the street.
Yeah.
I'll bring her in.
All right.
What are we doing? News?
We were going to do the audio from houses being fired.
Oh, that's right. We'll let Janet get in here. Wish she'd wear something sexy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure she's close.
Married and kind of conservative.
I know. There she is. Well, lovely blue suit. What's up with the face? You look like you're mad about something.
I was just trying to resist telling you that I don't bring dinner for anybody.
Oh,
Ever.
you don't?
Ever.
You don't cook for your husband? What about your
if
kids?
He's nice.
I've
But
been
not
nice.
if he says, tell me to bring me a sandwich.
I have been nothing but nice to you.
I'm glad to offer you one of these mints if you'd like that.
Are they curiously strong?
Yes, they are.
Yes, I'll have one.
That's all the food I've got. That's it. That's everything. Help yourself.
It's almost empty.
No, it's not.
May I have 3?
You may have as many as you like. Share them with the rest of the studio. I thought you were going to dump it out and put the whole thing in your mouth.
Wants out
for me.
Anybody?
Everett,
For a mint?
Nah, I'm okay.
Curiously strong?
Well, in that case,
All right.
how can I resist?
Help
Thank
yourself.
Thank you so much. May I have 3 as well?
As many as you want.
Yeah. It's a lot of radio she's getting for Altoids.
Yes, it's true.
And Altoids is loving the free commercial there.
Other stations like WB and UPN pay for their airtime.
Yes, they do.
Janet brings Altoids. But they are curiously strong. So what's new at Channel A?
Just the usual. It's November sweeps month.
Of course it is. Where's that intern of yours?
There was no way I was bringing her back here.
I didn't do nothing to her.
Not a chance.
And where's Cynthia Vega?
She works the daybreak shift. She's been asleep for hours, I'm sure.
Alexa?
She works the daybreak shift, too.
You didn't bring me nobody.
Just me. Aren't I good enough for you?
You're married.
True.
Very adorable, but married.
Well, sorry.
What are you plugging tonight?
A new advancement in bariatric surgery. This is, I'm doing this whole month of weight loss things.
All right, last week it was the
South Beach diet.
Yeah.
And tonight we're going a little bit, one more step to bariatric surgery. You know about the bariatric surgery?
I don't even know what it means.
Obesity surgery?
I know what surgery means. I don't know what bariatric is.
Stomach stapling?
This is stomach stapling. Kind of. Well, that's only a part of it. But it's getting it's more and more dangerous because more and more people want it.
Don't I look better now that my mustache has grown back?
Actually, no, I don't think so. I'm sorry. I liked it better without the mustache. I've been looking at that and wondering.
I think without the mustache, it shows off how big my nose is.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think no mustache. I think you ought to go mustacheless.
How about keep the bottom part of the goat and no mustache? That seems to be popular with the naval men.
No. Probably with gay men.
A bit Shaggy-esque, I think.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. I think you should try it.
I'll experiment.
Experiment.
Okay.
You can always grow it back, right?
Yes. So what's the stomach stapling thing?
Well, Oh, I can't tell you exactly what it is because you have to tune in and watch.
This is exactly why I don't have comedians on the show because they don't want to come on and do their good stuff because they're saving their good stuff when they're on stage that night.
Of course. Absolutely. But it's a twist on it. It's a new and hello, I'm having problems. It's your mustache. It's throwing me off.
Would you like a drink?
No, thank you.
You sure?
I'm fine, thank you.
I would.
All right, so this is a new advancement in bariatric surgery that makes it safer because it's so dangerous now. I mean, being obese is dangerous in itself.
Sure you don't want him?
Absolutely not.
Gold label.
Thank you very much. I'm sure that that's filled with iced tea. No thanks.
Good.
Just had an Altoid. It would clash.
Not really. Oh, you know what's good? We've got some caramel in here. If you mix that with this, taste sensation. Want some?
No thanks.
All right, so what can you tell us about this surgery for geriatrics?
This is obesity surgery.
Whatever. Go ahead. Were you a cheerleader in high school?
No.
You look like you could. Absolutely. Very cute.
No. That's
a compliment.
Absolutely not.
What were you in high school? In any clubs or anything?
Yes.
Like what?
Well, I don't want to tell you.
Well, of course you don't.
It would be trouble if I told you.
Why?
Because.
Well, what were you in?
What were you in?
I was on the newspaper staff.
And why did you choose to be on the newspaper staff?
We're talking about you right now.
Well, let me just tell you this. I went to graduate school to become a school teacher, so I was actually a school teacher and I taught newspapers. So I want to know why your reasons for being in the newspaper were. Because I know about those newspaper kids.
Now I know why she's got 3 kids. Her husband didn't have to talk to her.
Hey, he should be listening out there right now.
What is it he does? Runs a country magazine?
Yeah, country music magazine.
Yeah.
You have a very good memory.
I suppose. It'll be fading fast.
Yes, it will be. All right, so back to the bariatric surgery.
Whatever. Go ahead.
Are you interested in this?
No.
I didn't think so.
But go ahead. I'm letting you talk about it.
Well, this is why this is an important issue, because millions of Americans are faced with being overweight. So millions of Americans are looking for alternatives. Diets don't necessarily work for everyone, so they're going to more extreme methods that are permanent.
You know better than anybody. Especially after 3 kids. You've got every excuse on the planet to be fat, and you're not, because a lot of women use that excuse. Diets do work. People just don't have the, what is it when you don't...
fortitude.
Yeah.
Well, I think that there are many physicians out there and many people that would argue with that logic.
Well, of course.
And that's why they're turning to bariatric surgery. This is the last resort. When other things haven't worked, either because they choose that they haven't worked because it just hasn't worked for them, they choose bariatric surgery often. And it's becoming increasingly dangerous because more and more surgeons that are unqualified are doing it. So.
Oh, really?
Yes, absolutely.
Is that what the story's about tonight? Is this a hidden camera thing where you go in and you ask somebody why they're doing surgery?
No, that's not what it is about. This is
Are you dropping cars yet? Channel 5's dropping cars. That's good every week. I don't care if it's the same story. I just want to see it.
That makes the surgery safer.
Okay. Well, that's not very interesting.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
That's not very nice.
Sorry.
I was going to bring Alexa here next week, but forget it now.
You're never bringing her up here. You won't get her on the phone. I can't get anything out of Alexa but an email.
Yeah. Is she even emailing you?
Yeah.
Oh.
We email, does she answer her own email?
I don't know. I assume so. I assume we all do. I do.
Weren't you guys didn't you anchor with her one day for the noon news?
Yeah.
Okay. I was emailing her then. Mm-hmm. And I would get, actually, during commercial breaks, I would get a response back.
Wow.
Well, I didn't know if she had somebody else doing it. It was a host job.
Why would she do that?
Well, why is she responding to email while she's hosting the noon news?
That's a good question.
During the breaks. I don't know. All stories are already written.
All I know is I'm laying on the couch, I'm watching the news, and for some reason, Dr. David Winter always finds some weird-ass reason to show guts in the middle of the story. I don't care if it's about tooth decay, he's going to show you guts. Here's what your guts look like if you don't take care of your teeth.
He has a lot of models, doesn't he?
And they're always in the background. Doesn't he know anybody that's not cut in half?
No, I've seen him.
Every single day. I can't even, when he comes on, and I like him because he's a great soundbite doctor. He'll give you everything, because we've had him on the show.
You have.
He'll give you anything that you need, short, concise, the information that needs to be there, and he doesn't drag it on. But Jesus, put them together. I don't need to see guts. I get the idea. And then a lot of times they'll do him and follow him with some kind of tooth chick. Who's the chick with the big teeth?
Dr. Linda Neeson does the dental health check.
And I don't want to see that either, because they always show him deep inside somebody's mouth.
Oh, come on. Yeah. People need show and tell. That's what TV is about.
Not during lunch.
I know you do radio.
I don't need to see it when I'm having my Boca Burgers. I don't need it.
Do you eat Boca Burgers?
Yeah.
Are you vegetarian?
Mm-mm.
And you're doing this why?
So I don't get fat. So I don't need this geriatric surgery.
Bariatric surgery.
Whatever.
You are the man who preaches eat right and exercise, so...
Got to take care of yourself. Mm-hmm.
As you take a swig of whatever that is.
Mm-hmm. All right, what time's the thing on tonight?
Tonight at 10.
At 10.
Yeah. I rushed over here after doing my 5 o'clock preview so that I could be here for you instead of doing the 6 o'clock. So I could promote it at 10.
Really?
Absolutely.
Where did you work before Channel 8?
Oklahoma City.
How hard was it getting on at 8?
Very.
Because really, that's I'm not slamming the other stations, but isn't that most people that come here, that's the station you want to go to?
At the time when I applied for the job, I was the first new hire in 5 years at Channel 8. Yeah, it's hard to get on there.
Because a lot of times you'll see a reporter that used to be on Channel 8 a long time. Yeah. You see them someplace else, and the first thing you go is, I wonder what happened.
What happened to your career?
Yeah, did you get fired? They must have let him go.
That doesn't happen very often.
Where they let somebody go?
Yeah, where they let somebody go or somebody leaves, because there's not very many better jobs than Channel 8, honestly, in the TV market.
I was surprised when Tracy Rowlett moved from 8 to 11. I know there was a lot of contractual stuff and other things going on, and I guess he got more money, and I don't know how the ratings are on 11 now, but I was surprised, because he'd been there for, 20 years?
I think he was surprised, too. I think everybody was surprised. Everybody at Channel 8 was surprised. He was surprised. I think everybody was surprised. I like Tracy. Tracy is a good, decent person. I worked the night shift with him for a few years at Channel 8.
He's been on the show. Yeah, I know he's got a special needs kid.
He does.
And I think the insurance over at 11 helped him out with that. I don't know the whole story.
He does.
You got anything else you want to plug?
No. Anything else you want to talk to me about? No. Besides other women at the station? There's nothing else for you, is there? That's it.
You're my... Don't take this, in the way that it's not really meant. Mm-hmm. I do mean it. You're kind of my pimp.
Oh, Lord.
The conduit through which poon flows.
Wait!
Oh, goodness.
Everett, you don't get to talk to anybody else that comes in the studio.
Just trying to help.
Drink.
No, you've got that covered.
God. All right. I don't have anything else.
Well, I'm honored to be here then, I guess.
You want to stay here?
Circumstances.
We're about to play some audio of somebody getting fired. You want to hear it?
I do.
You want to?
I definitely.
Is this a video game?
Yeah. Way to focus.
Sorry, well, my kids aren't old enough to play video games, so we don't have any of these in my home, and I
don't think you want that one.
I don't think so either. I'm just looking at the pictures. I think you're
Where did that come from?
Right.
Guy dropped it off for you today. A guy named Will.
Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah.
Is that for Xbox?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Give me that.
Well, I can't tell you how to steal a car. I can tell you how to lose weight. That's about it.
And a fabulous segue.
Thank you very much.
You got to go? You want to stay?
Whatever you guys want.
What was it you were trying to show me during the break? The picture of what?
Oh. Now I know. I figured out why you'd let the optometrist go. I figured it out. You got an email here from another chick.
Well, this past Janet.
Okay.
If you set up a date and somebody doesn't show up, that's a bad sign early in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Janet, I kind of take
That's all she needs to know.
Now tell me the rest of the story.
They went out.
Sorry, I live vicariously through other people's dating lives because I'm married now, so.
Right. They went out Monday night.
Who did?
Him and this optometrist. She's really hot. There's the picture.
That's her. Okay, I'm looking at the picture.
I'll make it very brief. Somewhere during the first date, he sort of threw out, hey, maybe we should go out tomorrow. Right? Did you say that?
Yes.
That way? Okay.
Okay, then she doesn't show up the next night.
No.
That's the whole story.
The whole story.
It is the whole story.
You never said a time, you never said a place.
She's not paying attention.
Does somebody control Russ's mic privileges?
No.
And at 6:30 last night, he told O'Malley in here to call this lady and go, come over to my house. I want to see you tonight. She was exhausted. She said, no, I can't make it tonight. He goes, 9 o'clock tonight or it's over.
Well,
So
you
she didn't
didn't tell
show.
me the whole story.
That's exactly.
Yes, I believe I did.
I wouldn't have showed up either. Besides
We had plans.
No, hold
we
on.
had plans for Tuesday night.
Just so that you know, it is a warning sign. Anyone who on one date says, let's get together tomorrow night, danger. Danger.
Even
Well,
worse.
there's no danger now. She didn't show up, so we're not going out.
It was never set. You told her to show up. You snapped your fingers like she was your dog.
Okay.
Big mistake.
Thank you.
Nobody's talking to you.
Thank you.
What's that got to do?
Did
you ask her to get you a sandwich or something too?
No. And don't come back without food next time. Next time you come back, you better have food or a chick with you. Or both.
Did she send you these pictures?
Yeah. She's an optometrist. I was talking about my eye one day. I had some kind of twitch, and she called up, and I don't know how it happened.
She's hot, but I know why you're passing her up, because you have this chick right here. Hello, I'm new to the area and wanted to say hi. My sister suggested
What is this?
I write you. It's an email and a picture attached to your new chick. It's very nice.
I haven't seen it.
I'm going to show it to you. First I'm going to read this to you, and then I'm going to show you the picture.
Shall I leave?
No. I want you to see
Is it nude?
All right.
She's not nude.
Good.
But
Is this another chick that wants to meet?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you say that? And what's that got to do with
I was going to say
the optometrist chick?
Can I make a suggestion? I'm just a TV news reporter here.
Shut up. Go ahead.
Because it's clear you got these chicks like this coming every single day.
What?
I'm just saying that perhaps you might want to consider.
Yes, a very fine point. Go ahead.
More ordinary, more normal, ordinary.
She's a doctor.
She is.
She's an optometrist in Greenville.
I see that from these pictures.
She takes issue with the pictures.
What's wrong with the pictures?
You see how condescending she's getting about it.
No, I'm not condescending. I'm just saying that this doesn't look like any optometrist that I've ever seen.
I know, and when I met her Monday night, I was shocked. She's cute. We had a great time. We talked for 3 or 4 hours.
Are you saying optometrists shouldn't be hot? I mean, is that
Everett?
one?
No,
I'm
I'm
serious.
I'm just saying that these don't look like optometry.
Well, I thought it was a setup to begin with, and when I met her, that was her. All right. So what is the email got to do with this?
You're passing up a really hot chick. We keep wondering why. Because I got another picture right here. From
I'm not getting your cheesy radio setup. I haven't seen this email, so obviously that's got nothing to do with this chick over here.
I was going to show you another hot chick.
Well, that's not what you said.
That's what I said.
It's not.
I was going to read the email that explains it. Then I'll show you the picture. The email explains
Does anybody follow him?
Yeah.
He's saying I dumped her because of this chick over here. I don't know about this chick.
Well, I'm saying you get new chicks like this.
I tell you to pull your head out, but that'd have to be impossible.
Can I read the email? I saw that.
By the way,
I'll just stand quietly over here.
As a very astute news reporter with Channel 8 for many years, looking at JD, don't you think his head's too big for his body? I need your professional opinion.
Absolutely not. The man is totally...
Shut up. You're obviously retarded.
You want to meet this chick?
I will give you cash if you'll just read the email and get past this.
Hello, I'm new to the area. I wanted to say hi.
Hi.
My sister...
Oh, you're reading now.
Yes, I'm reading.
All right.
My sister suggested I write you. She mentioned that you get pretty fed up with women who write and claim to be glamorous are actually phonies or worse, bitches from hell. To be honest, I haven't listened to your show, but I plan on doing that very soon. I'm 39. Originally from Abilene, not as glamorous as some of the girls you go out with, but still very attractive.
Okay.
I can be just as crazy as the next person if the situation calls for it. I have a frosted side and a toasted side.
What does that mean? That's like a mini-wheat, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I'm interested in making friends and hope I will hear back from you.
All right.
Kelly T. And I'll just let you look at the picture. She's incredible.
Does this need to be a slow reveal as I look at it?
I would take a slow reveal. I want to take it all in at once.
All right. You want to look at it first, Janet?
Yeah, let me see it first.
All right, don't say anything about it.
I won't.
Just look at it.
You will not, okay.
Just make no comment, just look at it. Hold on. Let me turn it around so I don't see it.
Go ahead.
Okay. I will now.
Mm-hmm. Slow reveal.
Here we go. Oh, dear mother of all things that are horrid and sickly.
Oh, come on.
What do you mean, oh, come on?
It's like a linebacker in a dress.
It does.
my God. Dale Hansen, get a wig?
She looks like a very nice woman.
You'd have to be.
She sent it to me because it was an attachment, and you bounce attachments. So that's why she sent it to me.
Can you see this, Eddie? You see it, Everett?
Yeah, let me see that.
Why do they do that? No. Why is it when they send pictures, they can't look like Janet?
I don't know. That's possibly my favorite ever.
We got to put that on the...
Now, maybe...
Oh, hush. You're going to be nice about it.
There has to be a voice of reason somewhere in this.
That's as good as it gets.
Yeah, that's with makeup and her hair... and her hair done.
That's the picture she picked.
Right.
Well, now you never know. That might be your soulmate right there.
Oh, God.
That's after hours and hours of prepping. Can you imagine what she looks like straight out of the stall?
Oh, my.
That could be your soulmate.
Oh, God. You eat it. Well, yes. I certainly appreciate the email, and possibly she and I can get together one time.
Yes.
At my next barbecue.
Perhaps I should have left about 5 minutes ago.
Nobody really knows who that. Nobody knows who that is. You tell me that chick is not dog ugly.
She's not.
How ugly is she?
No, she's not. Yeah.
Janet.
Look, you guys.
Janet.
No, she's not. She's not.
Okay.
This is a very attractive woman who might want to consider not going bleach blonde. I'll grant you that. But this looks like
probably should have laid off the Pell-Mells about 20 years ago.
No, this looks like a completely attractive
man.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Do we need a break? All right. I would think, being a journalist, you'd give us an honest evaluation.
So glad that I came today.
I am too. All right, so your thing is on tonight at 10?
Tonight at 10.
Take the picture. Show it around the station.
Please watch. Tune your Nielsen box to us.
Mm-hmm. You get more viewers tonight if you pop that up right in the middle of the piece.
Oh, gosh. And this woman does not need to lose any weight either.
Yes, she does.
No.
The less, the better.
Oh, my God.
You should just throw that up right in the middle of the piece. By the way, look at this.
People would tune in.
They would. You need to sneak that in somehow. Yeah. I don't care how you do it. That's Dale Hansen.
It's hard to reply to this.
Of course. I understand you're trying to be kind.
Absolutely.
Don't want to piss off PETA.
No.
We'll be back.
This is Russ Martin. Call Russ. Who's impervious to all that surrounds him. Now, 214-787-1253.
Surprised she came back.
I am too. I bet against it.
Well, with Everett throwing out stuff like what'd you call her?
I don't want to say now. I'll repeat it. The conduit through which food flows.
Did you hear me throw out any sexual innuendos?
Well, you made mention of the fact that she was the person.
I didn't say anything anywhere close to that. Stop screwing up my relationship.
You can do that on your own, right?
Well, sooner or later, they're going to get a reporter over there that'll go out with me. And then at that point, she can be my poon conduit. But don't tell her that.
Okay.
What were we going to do?
The Tassos audio.
What about it?
Yeah. You were going to play it. Did he get fired?
What is it, Josh?
Play the bit. Play the bit.
I'm getting around to it.
Take your time.
Thank you.
They've learned.
Yeah.
I didn't mean now.
Rex. What were you talking to Gavin about in the other studio?
Oh, he stopped me too, and he goes, did I miss it, or have you not played the bit? I went, no, we haven't played the bit. He goes, why? Time spent listening? He goes, oh. Oh. Yeah, that's why we have a 9-hour time spent listening. Oh.
Did you get it then?
I think you got it.
Because when I sent the email out today and went, hey, set up the Tassos bit, use Gavin, I copied him on it when I sent it to you and Eddie, set up his, office for sound. I got an email back from Gavin. You want to record it?
No, he didn't.
Swear to Jesus. I went, no, just do it and tell us how it plays. It's radio, Gavin. Audio's our good buddy.
That's good. I swear. I swear he said that. O'Malley was standing right there.
Really?
Why ain't y'all played the bit?
He did not.
I swear.
He did. He just kind of looked at JD, looked at me, looked back at JD.
What kind of talk station did he come from in Vegas?
It was like kind of like this. Hot Talk. It was an AM, but it was Hot Talk.
Okay. Well, I'm sure that they would pre-promote something and never get around to it.
Probably not.
Oh.
Most people pre-promote something and then they do it.
Well, things happen.
I know.
You get busy.
Yeah. I got other stuff I'm doing.
I know.
I'll play the tape.
Okay. What do you ask me?
What do we got to play, Eddie?
You going to play TV Jeopardy, or what did I tell you? Or?
What do you guys want to do? You want to hear the Tassos tape? You want to play TV Jeopardy? Is the TV Jeopardy audio?
Yes.
Oh. Well, we're not set up for that right now, are we?
No. Wouldn't take me but a second, though.
I bet it would.
Play the audio.
Why?
Just because. We're almost done.
Because they wish it?
Yeah, you're right.
No.
Never mind.
You've put it off this long.
Yeah. I want to hear it, though.
I know.
I can't wait to hear it after TV Jeopardy.
It's kind of long, and we don't have that much time left.
Yeah, I have to break it up. Probably never get to the whole thing today. I still might get to it before 7.
Okay.
I'll try really hard. Swear? Let me take this call while Eddie's setting that up. Yes, Casey?
I'm asking questions.
Go. What? Casey?
I'm calling. No, my boss doesn't know that I'm planning on quitting and starting my own business. I might get fired if they want me to sign a contract that says that I won't groom anywhere within 100 miles for 2 years.
Is this a hose?
I don't want to.
Sounds like it.
All right.
I'll explain it to you later.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, Casey. You're on the air.
Hi, Russ.
What's your question?
I know how business-like you are. In a nutshell, 4 years ago, signed on with a company. They have since changed owners and changed the name, and I got presented with a no-compete yesterday.
Right. What's the name of the company?
I'll tell you out there.
All right, hold on. Wait. Come I don't hear him. Say something. Okay, I hear you now. You're off the air. Okay. All right, you're back on the air.
Okay. I want to know if I can get fired for not signing it.
I know compete?
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you're an employee at Will State, do you have a contract? That's a no.
No.
Okay. Then yes, you can be fired.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't have a contract. I've been an employee there for 4 years, and it's a new owner, and it says that if I do any of their customers, I can't do them for 2 years within 100 miles of where I'm currently working.
Well, usually, I mean, in answer to your first question, yes, they can ask you to sign a non-compete, and if you don't, you can be fired. The issue later can become whether or not the non-compete is enforceable, but that's a separate issue.
I've been told that Texas has a right to...
Yes, you can get fired for not signing the no-compete. Yes, Texas is a right to work state. So get fired and go back to work.
That is your right.
See? And by the way, where he works,
yes,
it actually fit with what we heard on the air.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can say what he does without saying where.
Yeah, he pretty much did.
Yeah. It's a dog grooming place.
Okay.
So that's where I thought he meant, they said, you got to sign this, and whatever you do, you don't clean yourself within 100 feet of the room. Yeah.
I got that too.
Don't come in here with your hair comb. That's when I thought it was a hose job.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I've decided to play the tape.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Do we have time to play it?
Probably not. It's like 9 minutes.
I seriously doubt I'm going to listen to all of it.
Okay.
All right, we'll play it later.
Welcome to Idiot Savant Jeopardy. And now here's the host of Idiot Savant Jeopardy, Russ Martin.
All right, O'Malley's got 3 people lined up on the phone that will be playing for. What could they possibly win, John?
They could get a 1-month pass to any Larry North Fitness Center, Larry North book, Living Lean, a Dr. Pepper t-shirt, 12 months bronze level web hosting from VertBiz.com, and a pair of tickets to see the Dallas Mavericks versus the Rockets tomorrow night at the American Airlines Center.
All right, here's what I'll do.
Okay.
If Everett wins, I'll play the tape.
Okay.
Oh, great.
There. Adds a little drama to the game.
Okay.
Okay. Where's the audio coming up, Eddie?
First one.
Here? Okay.
You and I had a really good thing going.
Oh, it's the Tasso's tape.
Yes. Didn't have a good thing going. Let's talk about work ethic.
Not right now. Okay. What is the category?
It's TV themes. Okay. Theme songs.
Is the audio better this week?
Absolutely. Pulled it right off a CD.
Lovely. Okay. Let the first one fly.
Everett, what is Barnaby Jones?
Correct.
Let me test my thing. All right. Go ahead.
Everett. What is the Brady Bunch?
Correct.
Who was bringing up 3 very lovely girls?
Russ.
No, it doesn't work that way.
Yes, it does when it's Gomer Powell, USMC.
You don't get that point.
Yes, I do.
You
absolutely
not get that point. You can't know what something is before it starts.
Yes, you can.
How?
You got to ask yourself, WWGD.
Which is?
What would Gomer do?
I'm not giving you that point.
No.
Like, I'm giving Everett that point.
Yeah.
Everett didn't know.
I'd have gotten that. No, I'd have gotten that.
Go to the next one.
Everett.
What about the Honeymooners?
Correct.
This is not working.
Working.
Before now.
Russ.
Stop it.
What?
Stop the
Stop
music.
the music.
All right.
You've got an cue in your head.
What?
You can't hear it because you're listening to the music.
What is,
-1.
I don't know. Yes, I know.
I didn't hear the first part of it.
I don't make no difference.
Well, yeah, it does. You gotta hear the intro.
You don't know what it is either.
L.A. Law.
All right.
Russ.
Was Mr. Magoo.
Correct. Russ.
Was My Favorite Martian.
Correct. Russ.
Was any number of the numerous Peanuts holiday specials.
Correct. Russ.
What is Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Correct.
The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Correct.
What is Sun for that Sun?
Correct. Russ.
What is
Turn the music off.
You gotta answer.
Come on.
What is the Streets of San Francisco?
Incorrect.
I didn't actually finish.
Everett. What is Starsky and Hutch?
Correct.
Well, I was going to say. I think it's in San Francisco where Starsky and Hutch would drive.
Russ.
What is The Odd Couple?
Correct. Russ.
What is
Music off.
What is
JD.
What is Little House on the Prairie?
Incorrect. Everett.
What is
I know what it is.
Correct.
Walt.
Gotta be a Western.
Yeah.
Russ.
Wait, is Wagon Train?
Correct.
What is O'Malley telling you for?
Yeah. O'Malley ain't telling me nothing.
You don't get that point either. I saw him typing and I saw you looked at your screen.
He's screening calls.
Whatever.
Leave him alone.
Cheater.
Yeah.
There's nothing to see on that screen.
You don't get that point.
Russ.
What is Barney Miller?
Correct. Russ.
What is Fractured Fairy Tales?
Correct.
Hosted by
some guy with 3 names.
Yep.
Or something.
Edward Everett Horton.
Yes.
Russ.
What is Hogan's Heroes?
Correct. Russ.
What is Jeopardy?
Correct.
Y'all are tied.
Good.
Everett.
It was Little House on the Prairie.
Correct. Russ.
That's a Muppet Show.
Correct. Russ.
But it's One Day at a Time.
Correct. Russ.
Now turn the music off.
That's
What is
Rawhide?
Correct.
I didn't get you.
Russ.
What is Route 66?
Correct.
Starring Martin Milner.
Yes.
Russ.
What is Perry Mason?
Incorrect.
What is it?
Sea Hunt.
Oh.
Russ.
What is Taxi?
Correct. Everett.
What is The Saint?
Correct. Last one. Russ.
What is Time Tunnel?
Correct.
Yes?
Final score.
Yes.
-1. Everett had 9. You had 12.
Tell Ernie what he won.
Ernie's got 1 month free pass for Larry North Fitness and Larry's book, Living Lean. Not to mention a Dr. Pepper t-shirt, 12 months bronze level web hosting from VertBiz.com, and a pair of tickets to see the Mavericks and the Rockets tomorrow night at the American Airlines Center.
This is Russ Martin.
All right. Take a couple of these calls. Yes, Candace?
Oh, Mother of God, play the talk show bit. I mean, I've heard of a tease, but I'm ready to scream at you like that sound bite that you have about, what did I tell you?
All right. Okay.
Thank you, dear.
Right. Is it already queued up? Yes. Okay. Here we go.
Well, the deal was, if Everett won the game, you'd play it.
I understand that.
Okay. He didn't win. Okay.
Didn't I say I was going to play it?
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty.
Little plugs.
More information about the Russ Martin Show, email us individually. Go to russmartin.com to get answers to any questions you may ever have about the Russ Martin Show, and even audio, except for the Tassel Spit. Go to russmartin.info. Instant email during the show.
Have you seen the Brumley thing on russmartin.info yet?
No.
The tribute section?
I have not.
The guy that runs that site, he's a freak.
I've met him a couple times. He looks like a really normal guy.
He's got, let me pop it really quick. Hold on. Al Brumley tribute page. It's got audio from when Al played Santa Claus when we delivered the bike to the crippled kid. It's got chronologically of Al being on the show, the last time he was on the show, and then Eddie's speech and my speech from the memorial. Wow. It's about as comprehensive as you can. Hold on. Yeah, Jeff?
Man, I've been missing work waiting on you to play the tape.
Do you have time to hear it now?
Yeah.
All right.
Play.
Finish the plugs.
JohnDavidRyan.com, EddieBoyd.com, DanandTassos.com, GailLightfoot.com. For more information about Craig Ludwig's charity ride, go to theluddy.com.
That's this Sunday, isn't it?
It is, yes.
All right. I told him I'd go to that. Okay.
With your law issues, contact Everett Newton at DallasAttorney.com, or you can call him 214-823-LAWS. Limousine service provided by Ultimate Limousines. Contact George at LimoGeorge.com, and everything else is at Live1053.com.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, TimPowers.com too. Yeah. Then just with this.
Yeah. Never mind. She doesn't have a website. WFA.com. Probably have info on her piece that's running tonight on Channel 8. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. See ya. Yeah. It's only 9 minutes. We could play it, hit Liz Wild a little late.
We could.
Yeah, anytime the door closes, it's not a good sign. What do I do? Not a good sign. What's scary? Oh. Well, you know anytime a PD comes in, a man's got to do what a man's got to do. There are a couple things that I want to take care of. I gotta be honest with you, I'm a little surprised.
I gotta go pee.